They're not here yet, though. How you doing? Good, how are you? Good.
Give me a signal when they come out.
Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to address our rules and procedures right before we start. The applicant or the applicant's representative will be called to the podium to speak. After they finish, anyone from the audience, pro or con, can come up, we'll call you, of course, and address us. Everyone who wants to speak will get a chance. It doesn't matter how long it takes, everybody gets a chance. After everyone is finished, the applicant or the applicant's representative will come back one more time. We ask that you not call out or speak out of turn, because we keep a record of this. This is a proceeding, and they can only take one conversation at a time. All right, will you all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Sorry about that. It's hot in here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So hot. Okay, call the first case, please.
We have postponements?
Oh, yeah. Do we have any postponements?
We do, we have three. Hearing number 17, appeal number 25-226, Jeremy Melnick. Hearing number 21, appeal number 25-234, 34 Audrey O.B. LLC. And hearing holdover number 1, appeal number 09389, Apendra Gupta.
Is anyone here for any of those hearings? Okay, we should start then. Excuse me?
Which one did you hear?
We have 241 and 243, but not to represent them.
Okay, those are not postponed. It's gonna go on.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
okay.
Okay. Let's see, our first hearing, appeal number 25-212, Simon Middleton, 71 Ohio Avenue, Massapequa.
Good evening.
Hello, everybody.
Raise your right hand, sir. You're not an attorney, are you?
No,
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Simon Middleton, 71 Ohio Avenue, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Yes,
Want
would
to tell
you
them
like
why
to
you're
state
here?
your case?
Yes, I'm here to get the variance for my deck, I think, and a shed that's a little too far away from the fence. It was blown over once in a nor'easter. And I think you have the plans and everything else. I think the deck was 2% too large.
Yes, it's pretty de minimis. Does anybody in the board have any questions? Okay, anybody in the audience? Okay, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Decision?
Decision. So-
Thank you. Okay, the case is closed, and you will hear from the board. The office will contact you with the results.
Very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, hearing number 2, appeal number 25-241, to be heard in conjunction with hearing number 3, appeal number 25-243, 581 Hicksville Road, Massapequa.
Good evening, Member Schmidt, members of the board. It's good to see everyone. Appearing for the applicant, Howard Avertine, and my address is 66 North Village Avenue, Rockville Center. This is the application of 581 Hicksville Road LLC. 4 variances required in order to subdivide a parcel of property into 2 lots and construct a new single-family dwelling on each lot. Before I begin the presentation, I'd like to hand up some copies for everyone so that you have the proposed subdivision.
2 and 3 are together. It's a subdivision. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. The premises under application is located on the northwest corner of Hicksville Road, Route 107, and Chicago Avenue in Massapequa. It has a street address of 581 Hicksville Road. It is also known as Section 52, Block 257, lots 1948 through 1952 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. The premises has a frontage of 100 feet on Chicago Avenue and a frontage of 102 feet, on Chicago Avenue it has a frontage of 135.67 on Chicago Avenue and a frontage of 102 feet on Hicksville Road and a depth of 80 feet on its northerly side. It has a total lot area of 12,541.5 square feet. The previously existing home on the property was demolished pursuant to a demolition permit issued by the town. The principal of the applicant, Frederick Schmelzel, contracted to purchase this property in 2018. However, the owner was involved previously in a contested matrimonial proceeding, which resulted in liens on the property, preventing the closing for an extended period of time. Further, in December of 2023, the town commenced a lawsuit against the prior owner under Chapters 96 and 135 of the Town Code, seeking an order authorizing the town to demolish the home as uninhabitable and unsafe, and it was quite an eyesore as well. Mr. Schmelzel, as the contract purchaser, undertook that demolition and ultimately paid all the liens and paid all the back taxes on the property. And finally, in June 2024, the property owner resolved the litigation and title was transferred to Mr. Schmelzel. And so we closed title, he set up his LLC, and here we are making the application. And by this application, the applicant seeks variances required in order to subdivide the property into 2 parcels and to construct 2 new colonial-style single-family dwellings on each. Take you through the variances. Parcel A in the handout that was provided is the interior lot on the westerly side, left-hand side. Parcel B is the corner lot. With respect to Parcel A, that property fronts on Chicago Avenue, or the proposed house fronts on Chicago Avenue, and the lot has dimensions of 60 feet in width by 100 feet in depth. The variances required are for lot width. 60 feet is provided with 70 feet required. Lot area, 7,000 feet required. This is the R17 zoning district. 6,000 feet provided. Building coverage, the maximum is 25%. Proposed is 25.7%, which is de minimis, I would argue. And gross floor area, 2,900 square feet is the maximum, and 2,990 feet is proposed, 90 square feet over. With respect to proposed Parcel B, that's the corner lot, fronting on Hicksville Road. It has a frontage of 102 feet on Hicksville Road and a second frontage of 75.67 feet on Chicago Avenue. The lot narrows, you can see on the drawing that the lot narrows as you head north, and on its northerly side, it has a width of 55.16 feet. The variance is required with respect to parcel B. Our lot width, 70 feet is required, 60 feet is provided. We have lot area, 7,000 square feet is required, 6,541.5 square feet is proposed, just about 450 feet short. Building coverage, 25% is the maximum, 25.5% is proposed. And again, I would argue that that is de minimis. Front yard setback on Chicago, it is 28.31 feet is required based upon the average front yard setback on the block. 26 feet is proposed to the home itself, 20 feet to the proposed porch. Also, front yard setback on Hicksville Road, 34.14 feet is required based on the average front yard setback. 26.17 feet to the dwelling is proposed, and 20.29 feet to the porch is proposed. We're also seeking encroachment of eaves and gutters. I have photos of the area.
Thank you, Michael.
Several of us have been down there and are familiar with it.
Thank you, Member Schmidt. I'll just walk you through the photos real quickly. The first photo is a shot of the property. You can see it's been fenced in since the demolition. And the next two photos, actually the next three photos, just depict the property from different perspectives in the surrounding area. The next photo is the property directly to the west on the northerly side of Chicago, just to depict the conditions between the existing home there to the west and the subject property. The next photo is a better shot of that home. It's a two-story Cape Cod-style dwelling. The next photo is the property abutting the subject premises on its northerly side. This house faces Hicksville Road. Well, the next photo is a little bit further to the north. That's the property on the opposite corner to the photo before that. The next photo is the property on the southerly side of Chicago Avenue, directly opposite the subject property. And then the properties further to the west. You can see there's a mixture of ranch-style dwellings, Cape Cod-style dwellings, homes with dormers added at various points. And it's very common for Massapequa and this surrounding area. There are also a couple of photos just showing Chicago Avenue, both easterly and westerly. And then we have the houses at the intersection of Chicago and Route 107, Hicksville Road. And basically, just to give you a perspective of what the area looks like. We submit that the proposal will benefit the community by allowing for construction of two appropriately sized homes on lots that are not out of character for the area. And I'd also like to point out that if you look at the composite survey depicting the proposed homes, you will notice that we've provided oversized side yards between the existing homes and the proposed homes, and we kept the smaller side yards between the new homes to be constructed, to give as much open area between the proposed homes and the existing homes. The next exhibit I'd like to hand up consists of copies of tax maps
Thank you, Mike.
depicting the subject block and the adjoining blocks, just to give the board some insight into the fact that this proposal is in compliance with the way the surrounding area has developed and the types of lot sizes that are there. The first sheet of the exhibit is the subject block, and on the lower right-hand corner is the subject property outlined in blue, and you can see that in the radius map, within the radius map, you have the two properties directly to the north and slightly to the west are property 60 by 100, which is identical to one of the lots we're looking to create, and the other lot is larger. It's 65 plus 100 square feet. So on the northerly side of Connecticut, excuse me, the southerly side of Connecticut Avenue in the subject block, you have 6 parcels with dimensions of 60 by 100. You have a parcel slightly to the west of the subject property on the northerly side of Chicago that is a 55 by 100 lot. That's number 50, that's a 55-footer, essentially. The second sheet depicts the southerly side of Chicago Avenue, the block directly to the south, and you have, within that block, you have 6 60 by 100 lots and 2 50 by 100 lots. The lot directly to the block directly to the east of the subject block, that would be the start on the westerly side of Hicksville, the easterly side of Hicksville Road, with Connecticut Avenue on the north and Chicago Avenue on the south, has 9 60 by 100 lots within that block. And lastly, the block directly to the south, from Chicago Avenue on its north to Parkhill Avenue on its south, has 5 60 by 100 lots and 2 55 by 100 lots. So I think the surrounding block sheets from the tax maps demonstrate that the area character in this part of Massapequa is mixed, but there are quite a few parcels which are the same size or even smaller than we're proposing. And so we would respectfully submit to the board that this proposal is in character with the area as it has developed. The other thing I'd like to point out in terms of the variances we're seeking in the proposed development, the zoning regulations for the R17, the 25% maximum lot coverage, the setbacks, they're designed for a 70 by 100 lot. We comply with most of them. We have some difficulty with respect to the setbacks, the front yard setbacks, especially because of the shape of the corner lot. But by and large, we are, even though it's a larger area that's required, and therefore the code provisions are relating to a larger lot, we're complying with them on a smaller lot. So clearly, the bulk, the size, and the nature of the dwellings being proposed will not overpower the surrounding area. I'd like to also point out that only one of the homes will front on Chicago Avenue. The other home, subject to New York DOT approval, will be on Hicksville Road. So that essentially demonstrates that the proposal before you will not create adverse consequences to the surrounding area. As I indicated, the homes are colonial in style, with 4 bedrooms on the second floor and 3 full bathrooms, 2 on the second floor and 1 on the first. The basements are unfinished and will be used for storage and mechanical only. There are no cellar entrances proposed, and as I indicated, the homes are situated to be as far as possible from the existing homes, both to the north and to the west. The homes will likely have a very positive impact on property values in the area based upon comparable sales for new construction. I'll hand this up for the record. Recently constructed homes on 60 by 100 lots in Massapequa are going for in the range of $935,000 to $1.2 million for new construction. So that's the trend currently, and we would anticipate that it would have a positive, certainly based on that, would have a positive impact on all surrounding properties in the area. If I could just hand that up.
Thank you.
And I can answer any questions that the board has. And I presume there are some folks here that may wish to be heard, and I'd like an opportunity to address those
Absolutely,
concerns.
that's our policy.
Thank you very
So,
much.
Questions
So
from the
thank
board?
you. Thank you for your proposal this evening. My concern is going to be over parking. I see that Hicksville Road really doesn't have parking on it, so my concern is Lot B is going to push the cars onto Chicago Avenue. You agree?
No, I don't. I think we have a one-car garage and we have a one-car driveway. We can explore putting a double-width driveway in, if that would be acceptable to the board, we would,
Yes, that would be very good.
yes, we could certainly do that.
Because Chicago Avenue seems to be very narrow, right? And my concern is if you have cars parked on both sides of Chicago Avenue, especially down by Hicksville Road, traffic's not going to get through. So someone either coming across Hicksville or turning onto Chicago is going to get bottlenecked. And they're going to get bottlenecked onto Hicksville Road. So that's my concern.
Understood. Excuse me one second.
Okay. If he goes to the right, on parcel B.
Yeah, we can also,
101 Honey.
we can also widen the driveway, it'll have a single curb cut, but we can widen the driveway on parcel A as well, if the board would like that.
Okay. So my other concern, how many of the direct adjoining lots are subpar?
You have, are you reviewing the block sheet or the
Just direct adjoining. Let's talk about.
direct adjoining? You have the parcel abutting to the north and west. That would be number 66 Connecticut. And then 64 Connecticut is also 60 by 100. And then directly across on the northerly side of Chicago, or southerly side of Chicago, excuse me, number 56 is also a 60 by 100. And then you have several more on that same block as you head westerly.
Okay. And you'd agree with me this is a self-created hardship, true?
Well, it's in the sense that the lot exists and the person bought it, yes, but that does not preclude the granting of the
I
variance.
didn't ask you if it precluded it, I asked you
Right.
if it's self-created.
It's, in that sense, it is when a property owner buys property with knowledge of the zoning regulations, and I would respectfully submit that the vast majority of cases that come before this board can be classified that way.
And obviously, one of the things we also want to consider is a reasonable return, right? And I think you're telling us that houses go from 900,000 to 1.2 million, just building one, correct?
Well, that's, the problem you'd have here, if it's only one house, in my estimation,
Go ahead.
is you have an oversized lot. just, it's a little short of the 14,000, it's 12 and change. Now, you're gonna build a lot bigger house if it's one house on this lot. And I would submit that that will be out of character for this area, because, number
There are a
one,
lot of big houses on Hicksville Road.
Yeah. Across the street's a large house.
well, that's a large house, but that's also on a larger lot than this one even, I believe. And that and that house is a little bit older. I think that the two houses we're proposing, on the lot sizes we're proposing, is a lot more in character with,
But if you're building a larger house on a larger lot, would you agree with me logically, you'll probably be on the higher side of that return, right? Closer to that 1.2 that you've given us to consider.
well, the 1.2 is for smaller houses on the smaller lots. I don't know what, the problem you have,
So
I think,
I don't want to dicker with you and argue, but.
No, no,
wouldn't
listen.
a larger house give a better return?
maybe not in this location because it's on Hicksville Road. And so that's the issue. I
Well, they
think
can turn it up to Chicago Avenue, no? Single lot.
it could face, it could, sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
Gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
So the question that I have is if you don't get the ingress and egress on Hicksville Road, where's your curb cut going to be? And the answer's going to be Chicago, correct?
I don't believe so, I don't think.
Well, how are you going to get in and out of the property if DOT? Because how many residential properties have driveways on Hicksville Road?
Right, the home, there, as you go north, there are several.
They do a lot.
The one directly opposite, diagonally to the south,
Hicksville Road.
has it, and the photos depict that. The DOT, they may take issue with the location of the driveway on the property, which we might have to deal with, but we
You're confident you're going to get it?
yes, I believe we will, and I also think that we moved it far. What they concern themselves with primarily in cases like this is the proximity to the intersection.
Right.
And so we tried to place it as far as practicable away from the intersection when designing the plot plan.
And forgive me, parking on Hicksville Road is permitted, correct?
It is, I don't believe it is, no.
It is not permitted.
Correct.
So there would be no parking then in the front of Lot B at all?
Not on the street, no, Hicksville
So
Road.
any guests, et cetera, if someone's in the driveway, are going to have to park on Chicago Avenue?
Well, we're gonna widen the driveway, so that should work.
So that would accommodate 2 cars plus the garage?
Correct, 3 cars on site.
Does anyone in the audience wish to speak? Come up and be sworn in, and then you can speak one by one. For anybody who wants to
You
speak,
can all
come up, all come up and be sworn in.
When they come up and do it all, just
Yeah.
raise your right hand for me. That'll be great. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
And then as you come up, give your name and address, please, one at a time, and address the board, but you've all been sworn in. Thank you.
Penny
Thank you,
Siegman
Mr.
Biner, 29-year mental health clinician and social worker.
I need to get your information
Okay.
correct. You said Penny,
Penny
last name?
Siegman Biner,
S-I.
Egmann, Beiner,
Thank you. And your
54
address.
Chicago Avenue, Mashpee Park.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a few questions and a few concerns, and then I'll share. My first question, or my first statement is, we are the neighbors.
You can sit down, by the way, while you're waiting. You don't have to stand. You can
Speak
make
to
yourself
the board,
comfortable.
ma'am.
The gentleman, I don't remember his name, talked about all the trials and tribulations of the original owner through the demolition. We are the people that lived through all of that and still continue to live through it, through wildlife infestations, including rats, noise, and all that kind of stuff. We are the people who, on the opposite corner, when a private home was sold to a company to make a group residential facility, we said, okay. So we just closed our windows in the morning to not hear the yells and the screams, and we deal with the inordinate amount of traffic coming to this group home, up and down our block. The house across the street from the property in question has had to put literally boulders in front of their backyard fence because there's been an inordinate amount of accidents, I believe due to increased traffic volume, because they have small children and cars are literally driving through their fence into their yard. So my first question is the purchaser of this property going to be living in one of those homes? And my second question is, did he purchase the property for profit?
Okay, we're not allowed to consider that. if
Okay.
it's- Okay.
Okay. So, I have a picture. We are a small family. We have 2 cars. There are already times that I can't park in front of my own home.
Okay.
I have a picture, just from today, of what the block looks like with parking.
You can't accept it.
Unfortunately, it's
You can't
unacceptable
accept
because it has to be
I have
printed
to
out.
make it part of the
We can't
record,
ta-
ma'am.
We can't have it for the record if it's on your.
You
Okay.
can describe it to us.
Yeah.
So I have been parking at the bottom of my driveway, literally blocking my drive. There are times when you can't see to turn onto Hicksville Road because cars are right up to the corner. There are often times that my guests park 2 blocks away. There is no parking on the block, rarely, free parking. I have a family member that stays on occasion, there's never a parking spot in front of my home. I just had a conversation with another neighbor that I can't park in front of my own home. It's a problem. Parking is a problem. Visibility, turning on and off Hicksville Road is already a problem. And I think that we've all been really great and really patient, but it is, in my opinion, I can't speak for anybody else, but in my opinion, severely affecting quality of life at this point. I found a rat in my barbecue a few weeks ago, and I am more than sure it is from the demolition of the house across the street. We have a rat problem in the neighborhood now, on the block. We have a rabbit problem. It's disgusting. And in my entire life, 59 years, that'll deny if you repeat it, this has never been in Massapequa. I feel like I'm living in the boroughs. And I just can't believe that a beautiful community, a beautiful block is gonna be turned into Queens for the profit of a purchaser. We're neighbors for decades. Our block has been together for decades. We love each other. We are family. And to have yet another commercial business on another corner is sickening to me. And that's what I want to let you know from my
But
Well,
these
it's not
will,
gonna be a business.
no,
You
these
gotta
will be
be
private
competitive.
homes.
So the
These are private.
purchaser is living in both homes?
Yes.
There will be people living in both homes,
They're gonna be
yes.
sold.
Well, I assume it's a
families.
family, I mean, you know,
They will
you
be
don't know. I mean, he could very well build these houses and sell them, that's fine, but there will be no business, it's not zoned for business.
It's not commercial.
We'll
And you
see.
can only have one, no, that, if there's a business there.
So they're
you
not
just
gonna be
call,
rentals?
Department of Zoning and Planning and Development, and they'll send an inspector out. It's not zoned for business.
Okay. So
Can
can
I
we get in
ask you-
writing that they're not gonna be rentals?
They can be
They can be
can
rented.
Oh, they can be
But they can
rentals.
only have one family in there.
Yeah. No, you lived there when the first home was there for many,
Yeah.
many years, that
Yeah,
very
yep,
large
yep,
home.
yep.
Okay, and now, then it was not lived in for a while,
Right.
correct? Yeah, and that's when it started to decay and cause
Right.
rodents. And so now, since it's been knocked down, are the rodents still a problem? Is that your big
Yes.
issue? Bigger, yeah. Okay, and, because I pass it all the time, I was there yesterday. And so to me, 2 new homes would be wonderful to see that there. I remember that old home being there, we knew the people that were in it, but
Bless you.
I don't know. Wouldn't it be better to have,
I think that, I don't know, I think parking is a really big problem, and I think accidents on the corner are a really big
So
problem.
you want to see one home.
I think the traffic is a really big problem, yeah.
All right. Second.
next?
Thank you.
Next. And you can,
Thank
you
you.
can also say, I agree with her.
I agree.
You have to say. No, you agree with her, okay. Or add something new.
Your name and address,
Good
please.
evening. Catherine Schilaro, Schiliro, 57 Chicago Avenue.
Thank you.
I've been a resident for about 32 years. And Mr. Griffin, you really nailed it when you talked about the traffic. That's probably one of our biggest concerns. Many of our neighbors no longer enter on Chicago Avenue. They drive around either to Connecticut or Park Hill because it is almost impossible to make a right turn onto my block. I won't even discuss a left turn. If there's a car coming out at the same time, you will very likely get rear-ended on Hicksville Road, so most of us just try to avoid that area. I'd like to request a traffic study be done in that area. I don't know if you have
No,
the
that would be
ability.
the police department. You would have to go to Nassau County Police, I believe. It's It's not done through the, I don't believe it's done through the,
I don't know who to do, who would do that, because that's, to me, that's one of our biggest reasons. I have several other reasons, but the biggest reason that most of us are concerned are the amount of cars that this will have right now. Yes, there's no parking, but the problem besides the parking is just entering and leaving the street. It's so unsafe. So as Kenny mentioned, the house on the corner put in giant boulders, like those construction boulders that you put in front of a building, because their house has more than once had people drive right through, because they right through their fence into their backyard. So that's obviously a problem.
yes.
And we're concerned that two houses will create double the amount of cars and double the amount of traffic that we have. You're correct. It was an eyesore. We love the original owners. They was the sweetest people. And when the house was taken down, we were also concerned because, yes, we got a lot of rodents and a lot of vermin. Unfortunately, for the few weeks or months afterwards, there was a lot of dumping on that property. I don't know what that's about. I don't know a lot about construction, but a lot of dump trucks would come during the day and dump what looked to me like debris. I don't know what it was, to fill in. So that was another concern. So we have a lot of concerns. We've been living with this nightmare now for
Right.
years.
So that original house, excuse me for interrupting, because I'm trying to,
Sure.
did that have a circular driveway in the front?
No. They were very old people. They were the original owners of the block. Louise told me her aunt owned the whole block when it was a farm, and that was the farmhouse. So that house was old. It had to be over 150 years old, I don't know. And then the couple got old, and the house became very
Deteriorated.
disrepair, and then they passed away.
But they entered, their garage
entered
that
from
was on the
Chicago.
side
They
of
entered from Chicago. They had one, wasn't even a paved driveway.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, I remember that. Split rail fence
Yes,
and nothing in the front, no parking in the front.
no, there's no parking allowed on Hicksville
And there were
Road.
fewer cars back then, too.
Yes, absolutely, and especially when it was a farm. That's why it's close to Hicksville Road, because people didn't have access to the road, they made their houses right there. So we oppose two houses, it's just too much right now for all of us to deal with. So I don't know who would ask for a traffic study. I mean, do I have a right to go to Nassau County and ask for a traffic study?
We just can't order one, but you
We
can
can't
ask.
order one, but you can.
Okay,
The
thank
The only way
you.
the builder could do a traffic study is if he was looking for change of zone, which is not.
No, but I believe a citizen can go to the
Citizen
police
can,
department.
but-
Okay, thank you. Because I don't want to see property getting smaller and smaller.
Right.
And mine is 80 by 100. Most of them are. Very few. Some people here larger than that. So you'll hear from us. There's not too many, really. Of course, that's their job, is to point out to you which ones are 60 by 100. I understand that. I just think it's going to have a major negative impact on our street, and we are very concerned, and thank you for your time this
Thank you.
evening.
Parking
you
and
for
traffic,
coming.
we have that.
Good evening, and thanks for having us. My name is Ken Biner, Kenbiner, 54 Chicago Avenue. And I've lived there for a very long time, too, multiple decades. Reiterating, and Mr. Griffin, you hit it right on. I know Kathy said it also. We took pictures, sorry, Walgreens couldn't get it in time. I'm wondering if the pictures that were given to you of the lot show all the cars, or does it show no cars? I'm just curious.
It's,
Strictly a lot.
Strictly the lot, yeah.
Yeah, that would be really hard to do. I promise you that if you go there, and Ms. Mulligan, I'm glad you passed by, you'll see cars there.
yeah,
I can't drive there. There's a yellow line. I feel like I live in Queens, Oyster Bay. This is all supposed to be suburbs, right? So we got the yellow line to begin with. We have a big yellow crosswalk because as community supporters, we supported the community house that went there. It does increase the traffic on Chicago because you can't park on Hicksville Road. If I understood correctly, if one plan is to have a house face Hicksville Road,
yes.
and somebody is pulling out of their driveway on Hicksville Road, has anyone been on Hicksville Road? Oh my God, 40, 50 miles an hour, right? Congested?
Really, that's,
You can't get out of it. Kathy's right. We actually go, I live so many feet from it, and I go the other way just to avoid the hazard. And I can't imagine a driveway of $1 million home, and which I think is gonna have more than one person for $1 million, most people do, the suburb.
But there are many homes on Hicksville Road that do have driveways.
Not, so here's, my only point is, we don't have any where there's two that break the zoning, which I'm assuming was made for a reason to maintain the character and safety of the neighborhood. I'm assuming that was the reason. We are in an 80-foot, they're in a 100-foot. I don't know the ones that are 60-foot. They're not the ones on the corner, I can assure you. And there's a lot of population on the corner, I can assure you. The yellow line, the tightness, you're absolutely right. It's very, very narrow. We're talking two houses have to use that area, I'm thinking, is going on. So if there's multiple cars, which is the Long Island Way, and they're parked there, it's a nuisance because people will be parked in front of our homes, but much more to the point is truly the danger. And there's other boulders, and I can bring you pictures of the homes along those corners that have boulders because they get run into. So we are worried about the character. It is double families. It is more people in our school districts. It is more buses coming in. It is more kids taking buses, et cetera. We love kids. We're social workers. We supported the group home. It's not about not liking people. And I think my wife's point about who will be living in a house was simply is, if you're profiting by a couple of $1 million from an old lady who died from this property, would you do it to yourself? Would you really? I don't know if they're living in 60-foot properties. We're not. And that's what they're proposing. And they're going to be really tall. That also seems to be an eyesore. You're absolutely right. The other house was Miss Mulligan. Absolutely. But I think one beautiful home would be nice. I think it would actually increase our values.
They are saying that they're going to extend the driveway on Chicago. That house will have a double
No.
driveway, plus the
That was on
garage.
Hicksville,
On Hicks.
Oh, on Hicks,
not on Chicago.
On Hicksville.
you're right, sorry,
And either way, there's going to be a lot more there than there ever was.
yeah.
And so all the people who bought houses with the current thing are now going to have something very different than anything on Chicago Avenue that's ever been there, that's going to be a congestion, in my opinion, and my neighbors, an eyesore, not something that's beautiful. One home, beautiful, go for it. Two is starting to look 60 by 100 on a corner of Hicksville Road that people are going to be turning around. I get nervous doing it. I go different ways to drive on my own block. So yeah, and the traffic study we mentioned, thank you for your time here. I don't want to take more time, but the parking was one. Just want to make sure, change. Character of neighborhood, I guess, is conjecture, but we're the ones who live there, and we all believe it won't. And we haven't been here for all the other ordinances. We get those letters, you have that history. You know, we're supportive neighbors, supportive of our neighbors. These aren't our neighbors. These are people to make a lot of money, to bring people in who don't live there right now, from hearing a couple $1 million total, to interfere with our character and our way of life, that we live in Oyster Bay because these ordinances exist. And we hope that you guys will support the ordinances. Right, and thank you very much, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Deborah Clark, D-E-B-O-R-A-H, Clark, C-L-A-R-K-E. I live on 50 Chicago Avenue. I have my property, I have two lots. One is 80 by 100, and the other one is 20 by 100. So basically, I have 100 by 100. I bought my house back in 1991. I had two small children at the time, but when I was buying my house, I had the onset of my kids are going to grow up. I'm going to need some place to park their car. Well, we have 4 cars parked in front of my house, and it takes up my 100-foot piece of property. Now, nobody's going to buy a 4-bedroom house and only have 2 cars. You know that, and I know
Address
that.
the board, please.
I'm sorry.
Address the board.
Nobody's going to buy a 4-bedroom house and only have 2 cars. So I don't care if the driveway can put 2 cars. Where's the rest of the cars going to go? Because the children do grow up. Children don't stay small forever. So now you got to think ahead of time where these cars are going to go. The house on the corner has like six or 8 cars. Some are in front of their house. Some are in front of the empty lot. Okay? Can't park on Hicksville Road. And like they said, when you go to turn, it's dangerous to turn the corner when everybody's around because everybody's parked from the corner in. We have rats. The young man on the corner, they went away on vacation, so they're not here. I saw him walking his dog the other day, and he said he can't even let the dog in the yard because there's rats in the yard. He lives on the corner house. He had cars coming through his property. He put huge boulders on there. I'm sure you've seen it. I mean, he decorated it beautiful. He had the landscaper take care of it where it looks nice. They're even on Hicksville Road, the boulders. He's had the telephone pole knocked down in front of his house. He's had cars run through his property. And as far as parking, when everybody is home on that block, there's really no place to park. During the day and everybody goes to work, okay, it's great, you know, you have plenty of room. But when everybody's home at night, where are they gonna park? The house on the corner, like I said, has six cars. The house next door to it, going west, Hertha, she has her car. Hers goes in the driveway. She has her daughter-in-law's car. She has the son-in-law's car. She has her daughter's car, her son-in-law's car, and her 2 granddaughters' cars. That's 5 cars. So you want to put 2 houses, and we're going to have 10 more cars? Let's just guess, 10 more cars? Where are we putting them? Because you can't park in front of my house, because my house is all parked up. Can't park in front, the house across the street from me you can only put 1 car in front of their house, and they have a driveway. So honestly, and when it snowed, and my husband, which is an older man, he's gonna be 80 next year, he would shovel the snow, and they would park where we shoveled it, and I would get pissed off, and I would say, you're not parking in front of my house. He didn't go out there and shovel the snow for you to park there, because guess what? They only had 1 spot in front of their house to park, but there was 4 cars there. So if we go through each house and how many cars each house has, there's no room for 2 houses on that corner to be parking. There's just no room. It's not feasible. And you can't park on Hicksville Road because it's illegal.
We appreciate it.
So we just would appreciate if you would take into consideration the traffic and the amount of cars that are gonna be on the road. It's just not feasible.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Anyone else wish to speak?
I would only
Your
reiterate
name and address,
exactly
sir?
what the college graduates that preceded me has brought in front of you. So I don't want to waste your time.
Just your name and your name,
I'm just a union carpenter, but their validity is right. They need to change it. Oh, Thomas Clark.
Speak while you still have permission.
All right? It's 107 was never meant to be a main drag from north to south, but it's become one.
Yeah.
To get off my block some days, I go to Clark to wait for the light
Right.
to get off. Because like she said, 2 cars park. When I'm waiting to get on, people want to turn onto my block because the cars are both parked on both sides. They wait. They got to stop. So I'm forced to make a right to let this guy come into my street because I wanted to make a left and go north. But I couldn't. It's chaos with cars, the traffic. They're small streets. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do your
Thank
best.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you much.
Just like to address a couple of the points, and I also have the project architect here who can address what we can do regarding providing more off-street parking on the lots. Regarding the issue of vermin, we did everything the town required in terms of the demolition. We got a certificate of completion from the demo. We put fencing up. Unfortunately, and I'm sure the board has seen this before, a lot of landscaping companies or others like to find places to just dump materials rather than paying and doing it the proper way. And unfortunately, when you have vacant parcels of property, they're prime candidates for that type of activity. So that's unfortunate, but once this property is developed, that problem will be eradicated.
And Mr. Abertine, we're not gonna hold it against the applicant.
No, I understand. I just wanted to make that clear.
But the
I mean,
traffic and the parking are issues.
well, the traffic, we can't control. Unfortunately, it's 2025. These communities were created 50, 70-plus years ago. You have vehicles on Hicksville Road. You have a lot, as the folks say, most people, they're grown-up children, everybody has a lot of cars. But we're going to provide as much parking as we can on site, and we'll deal with that. As far as the activity of traffic on the street, we will not add to it any more than one house would, especially since the other one is going to be facing Hicksville Road. I'll let Mr.
Mr. Abertine,
yes.
there's no parking on Hicksville Road.
No, but that, well, we're going to provide He's going to address that right now.
I mean, do we have a plan B if you don't get the DOT to give you the ingress and egress on Hicksville Road? And how wide is the driveways gonna be? How much parking are you gonna have?
I'll let
on each-
Mr. Albert give your name and
Can I
address for
just
the
swear
record.
you in, sir? Can you tell the truth during these proceedings?
Of course.
And your name and address.
Vincent Albert, 106 New Hampshire Avenue, Massapequa, New York.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so to address the main concern, which seems to be the parking for having two houses, I mean, just like they moved, I live in Massapequa. I mean, it's a great neighborhood. We love it. I want my kids to grow up there just like your kids grew up there. So the parking, I see it's a concern. What we want to do on Hicksville Road, because I know this, if we have two houses, we're going to have 8 cars. I'm going to do the best that we can, and I'm going to show you the proposal for the Hicksville Road for the corner property, where none of those people are going to park on Chicago. So it would be the same impact as if there was one house there. Actually, it may be less. If we did one large house, it's going to have 7 or 8 bedrooms in it possibly, because it is a large lot. Okay, what we're allowed to do once we have the DOT approval is a single 18-foot curb cut on Hicksville Road. That being said, the north side of the property gives us an opportunity to pave it as much as possible so that we can fit at least 3 cars off-site, not including the garage space. And the way that we do it on the north side, if you're coming south on Hicksville Road and you make a right into your property, you'll be able to turn so that you're facing parallel to Hicksville roads, that you're not always backing out of your driveway, that you have the opportunity to pull out straight. And then that would solve a lot of the problems there. If we're putting 4 cars off on Hicksville Road, then I don't believe that anybody that lives in that house is gonna need to park on Chicago.
You're gonna agree that's gonna get into that buffer with the house behind it that Mr. Avertine told us was important before, correct?
We have another 25 feet there, so if I take the 12-foot wide driveway there and extend it in both directions and adjust where the curb cut is, we can maintain significant distance from them for the cars. And if the board wanted to put some kind of a buffer, plantings or something like that, just to thwart.
So there's a 26-foot buffer, we're gonna increase that by another 10 feet, so we're gonna have 16 feet off the back house behind it? Is that what we're talking about?
Talking about the house to the north, Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
Yes, I don't have a survey of the house to the north, so just bear with me.
Temporary fence. And then there's they got a significant on their property.
So it looks like the house directly to the north that also faces Hicksville Road has probably 16 feet of buffer to the subject parcel. If we add another 10 to 15 feet of that before we had paved area, we could put the cars there, and being that the subject parcel to the north already has a fence, their line of sight is not looking at somebody else's cars to begin with.
But that is the purported backyard for this new home essentially, is it not?
Side yard.
It's side yard, but there's no backyard essentially on this house, correct? So that side yard.
Essentially, like you're saying, that is correct, that is their primary use for a rear yard.
So now we'd have a house with no backyard, and it would be a lot of driveway, true?
Well, I'm not gonna be, I would not wanna put the parking behind the front line of the house. So in any instance, if somebody in the future were to come in and want to put a fence in, that fence wouldn't be able to pass the front of the house anyway, and that would be where they would fence off for their children to play, for them to have a table and chairs, a barbecue, something like that nature.
Okay.
Michael, if they can't get the curb cut on Hicksville Road, does the building department, they can still give them a permit for the house without any
No.
on-premise parking?
But they can give them one on Chicago.
Right.
Right. So if the variance is granted, and the cut doesn't go on Hicksville, it's going on Chicago.
And then, like
They
I
would
said,
have to
with
come back to
split-
the board. They can't adjust that on their own without coming to you.
Gotcha. Thank you. Okay.
that comes from the county.
I'm sorry, the rules are, as I mentioned in the beginning, applicant, then the speakers, and then the applicant rebuttal.
That's all I have unless you have any
Okay,
other
thank you.
questions. Thank you, board members.
Thank you.
So, as Mr. Albert indicated, we're pleased to make any changes necessary to maximize the off-street parking on-site and provide buffers, landscaping. We do believe that this is in character for the area. I hear loud and clear what the neighbors had to say. Those are existing conditions. We do not believe, and that the evidence doesn't show, that any negative conditions that exist presently will be made worse by this proposal. One house going here and a second house fronting on Hicksville Road will not change anything for these folks. It's not gonna make it any worse, is my point. What about holidays? And
Call from the audience.
The speaker can only.
And I'd also point out that if we cannot get approval from DOT, and I think Ms. Cloninger mentioned that, we would have to come back to the board with a brand-new proposal.
Very good.
She did mention that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
I have correspondence.
correspondence, yes.
I have a letter from, a joint letter from two neighbors with the last name Azole and Georges are the two. Azole at 64 Connecticut Avenue and Georges at 66 Connecticut Avenue, both with concerns about parking and quality of life, noise, and also that, mentioning that the group home next door to the proposed properties already imposes on their parking. I have that letter, and Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Okay, the case is closed, and the decision will be sent to you by our board.
Thank you so
all
much.
for
Have a
coming.
good night.
On to hearing 4, appeal number 25-301, Joseph Daniel at 67 Clinton Place, Massapequa.
Swing this over.
What?
Can you swing it?
Oh, she can't hear.
Okay, you're good? Okay.
Okay.
Hearing number 4, appeal number 25-301, Joseph Daniel, 67 Clinton Place, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Sean Barrett, Architect, Office 1049 Park Boulevard, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. I have some consent letters for you.
Thank you. Okay, great. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am before you for Mr. and Mrs. Daniele. The property is located at 67 Clinton Place in Massapequa and located in R110 zone. The current home is a front-to-back split, single-family home. There are currently only 2 bedrooms in the home. The Danielles currently have a 2-year-old son that you can hear over my shoulder, and are expecting their...
He has to be sworn in.
They're also expecting their second child in November. They are here, obviously. The proposed additions will add needed bedroom space and additional living space for their growing family. Based on the scope of work, the residence will be considered a reconstruction built on the existing foundation. The property is also located on a corner lot, so as the board knows, there are 2 front yards. The first proposed variance we're seeking is a front yard setback of 19.4 feet along Ocean Avenue, where 22.45 feet is required. This condition is pre-existing non-conforming issue. The second floor bedroom addition is directly over the first floor walls and will not encroach into Ocean Avenue setback any further than what's currently provided. We're also seeking a front yard variance on the Clinton Place side of the property. This is the true front yard of the home. We're proposing a setback of 24.7 feet, where 26.2 feet is required. The area that does not comply is a small portion of the extension that we did mainly for aesthetic purposes, get a little bit of, bump outs for aesthetic for the exterior elevations of the home. As you can see, if you look at the plot plan that I provided, the gray area is the front yard. Most of the front yard does actually comply with that setback. There's two small areas that do not, and the portico, which is attached to the house, so it's not designated as a portico, doesn't comply. Next, we're seeking a lot coverage variance of 23.07%. 20% is the maximum. It's 356.4 square feet above the permitted. Also, a gross floor area of 4,386 square feet. The maximum is 3,917.36 square feet, which is 468 approximately square feet over. The existing roof over structure that's in the backyard that we'll get to later is part of that gross floor area. That's 249 square footage of the overage. And the basement, because of the new code, is another 523 square feet. So that's why we're over on the gross floor area. Next one is the roof. We're not meeting the 6 and 12 pitch. We're currently proposing a 5 and 12 pitch. Reason being is we wanted to, if we were to provide the roof pitch in 6 and 12, we'd be over the height. So we chose the lesser of two evils, going with a 27-foot 10-inch ridge height and the 5 and 12 roof pitch. The proposed circular driveway has a front yard setback at the closest point at 7 feet, where 30 feet is required. The current house doesn't even have 30 feet to the house, so the circular driveway would be impossible to achieve by setback standards. I'd like to note the photos I handed up to you, that is the house directly across the street. They have a very similar situation with a circular driveway. There's no traffic issues that we're aware of based on their driveway. So we're proposing a very similar situation on our property. That was all the proposed variances we're going for. We have a couple of existing variances that came up during the review. The first is a raised pool platform. It's 8.5 feet, where 10 feet is required. This was installed during a pool installation that permits were issued for. It was there during the inspections. It was on the final survey. For some reason, it was not addressed on with the pool application. It came up during this application. So we'd like to keep that item. And the other is an existing roof over structure with a counter. The height of the structure is 13.12 feet. 12 feet is the maximum height. And the counter has a setback of 1.9 feet, and the roof structure has a setback of 5 feet. 10 foot's required in R110 for both of these accessory structures. It is a note that we are the last property in the R110 district. There's a small portion of this area that's a small strip up Ocean Avenue that's R110. All of the neighboring properties of this house is actually R17.
Yes, yes.
So the counter would not comply. We would still be about a foot deficient on the counter. But the roof over structure would actually comply if we were in R17, which is the neighboring property directly
Right by Ocean
behind.
Avenue, which is big pieces of
Correct.
property, yes.
We have consent letters from the neighbor directly to the west, which is Mr. and Mrs. Costello at 61 Clinton Place. The neighbor directly to the south, Mr. Carew at 1092 Ocean Avenue. And the neighbors directly across the street on Clinton Place, Mrs. Ringel at 70 Clinton Place. And the neighbor directly across Ocean Avenue, Mr. Assini at 157 Ocean Avenue. These we felt were the most affected neighbors. They're the abutting properties, and they're the direct across the street that would be affected with traffic and lines of sight. And lastly, we are amending a prior decision. There was variances on this prior to my client purchasing the home, so we have to amend the site plan with this decision. And I am here for any questions you may have.
Anybody have any questions?
I do.
Anyone?
I do.
Oh, okay.
So here, my only question, my only concern, first of all, congratulations on your pending addition. That addition, maybe we'll talk about the other addition. I'm just a little concerned about
You
the
don't need a variance for that.
about the circular driveway, right? I think you concede for me that the house across the street has a deeper setback, right?
It's slightly, I would say about 5 to 8 feet further off the corner.
That's probably about the width of the driveway, you know?
Correct.
Okay. And I think it also sets off of the side street more, right? So
Correct.
your circular is going to come very close to the
An
corner.
intersection.
I guess my question is how married to the circular driveway are you?
I'm sure it's something we could work with the board for. We're trying to maximize the off-street parking. The
I mean, they have a
garage,
good-sized driveway now, it looks like.
there is,
Yeah.
we're gonna be giving up a garage parking space. So with the busy street of Ocean Avenue, we were trying to take as many cars off the street as possible. But if the board has some reservations about the circular driveway, I'm sure we can go to a traditional driveway if that would be the one
What's
reservation.
Just tell me if you can, and I'm not trying to, how far off of the street or the sidewalk is that driveway gonna be? What's the top
Off,
of?
off Ocean Avenue?
No, off.
Or the inside of the curve of the driveway?
Yeah, like, that inside.
It's
curve.
7 feet off the property line, so it's about 17 feet off
The closest, the closest, so the circular driveway, how close does it come to the sidewalk and?
Oh, to the sidewalk?
Yeah.
It's 7 feet off the property line, and the sidewalk's about 3 feet outside the property line, so about 10 feet.
Would you be willing to give that up?
We would,
Okay, all right. So we can eliminate F.
if the board sees fit, yes.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone from the audience wish to speak? Okay, correspondence.
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion,
Decision?
decision of the board will be sent to you. The case
Thank
is
you.
closed. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you for your things. Next, thank you.
Good night.
Hearing number 5, appeal number 25-189, Aisha Baga at 4053 Mayward Drive, Seaford.
You here? Hi, Brian, what number are you? Thank you. Very good, thank you.
Hello.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
So Michael Arado, 535 Broad Hollow Road, Suite B16, Melville, New York. So we're here today seeking board approval to maintain an existing second kitchen for a proposed mother-daughter use. So Sammy Mawala and his wife Aisha Baga are currently the owners of this house, and they would like to maintain the second kitchen for Aisha's mother to move in, as well as her niece. The house layout will consist of a finished basement for storage use only. There'll be no habitable rooms, no outside entrance. It will have a 3-piece bathroom and a utility room. First floor will have 2 bedrooms, 2 3-piece bathrooms, living room, kitchen, and den. Second floor will consist of 3 bedrooms, 2 3-piece bathrooms, a kitchen, and a laundry room. Sammy and his wife have 3 children, ages 14, 13, and 4. Sammy and his family will be utilizing the second floor, and the mother-in-law and his niece will be on the first floor.
Which is 2 bedrooms.
Correct.
Okay. Now, they're all familiar with the regulations, I take it. You explained to them one
Yep.
doorbell and so
I
forth.
don't have any
Do
addresses
you
on
have-
these licenses. They're,
That's, because they're gonna be the ones living there. I gave you the other licenses
So
for
they're
him
not
and his
there
wife.
yet?
No, they're not there yet.
okay.
This is a,
So if
this is,
approved, I'm gonna need updated licenses with.
okay, no problem.
With the new address, okay?
Yeah, I
If
just
approved.
wanted to show you who,
And I won't be able to release the decision. I'll let you, if it's approved, I'll let you know it's approved. But until I get the driver's licenses with this new address, I won't be able to release it to you.
okay, not a problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You have the other licenses, though, of the...
I have one that has the correct address, but the others.
The others
are
have-
on
okay,
their old
okay,
address, I
fine.
guess.
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, that's first of all. We also provided the reversion plan so that when they do sell the house or they no longer can use it as a family use, it'll be reverted back to a single family, which you guys should have those plans. The house has ample off-street parking. There's a spot on the left side of the house. There's a 1-car detached garage, and then there's the driveway that can hold about 3 cars. We don't feel that if the board would approve this application, it would be a negative impact on the neighborhood.
I
Okay.
did visit the property yesterday.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Okay.
Anyone wish to
Case
be-
is closed,
yes,
and,
anyone wish to be
excuse me?
heard? Did we ask if anyone wishes?
We did,
Oh,
I think we
sorry.
did.
Okay.
We did ask if anyone wanted to
Sorry,
speak,
I
right?
understood.
Okay. All right, the case is closed and the decision will be mailed to you.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night, everybody.
Good night.
So I'll let you know, Mike, if it's it's approved, then I'll just get me the updated licenses, okay? For all of the adults. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hearing number
Num-
6.
Can we do number hearing
Sorry.
number 13? There's
Sure.
a child in the back, if that's okay?
13?
13, please. 13, right, Brian? Yeah. 13 and 14 are together?
13 and 14,
13
okay.
and 14 together,
So we
Lisa.
have hearing number 13, appeal number 25-317, in conjunction with hearing number 14, appeal number 25-335, Jacqueline Vasquez Pinheiro.
Okay.
So, Chief, finish proceedings.
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Brian Fiore, 208 North Wisconsin Avenue, Massapequa, New York. Appearing on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Pinheiro, 43 Abbott Lane, Hicksville, requesting the following variances for a new house construction for a one-family dwelling with an accessory parent-child use. This project actually started out as a renovation, as a whole house renovation, and we were simply squaring off the back of the house and the front of the house on a Levittown slab house, and the construction costs were so exorbitant that they ended up changing the design that we started with to a new construction, and so they can benefit by having a basement and having an energy-efficient house that meets the more energy efficient. But we're proposing an aggregate side yard of 16 feet where 20 feet is required. Both sides will meet the 8-foot minimum setback. We're proposing a building coverage of 33% where 25% is required. And part of the reason the lot coverage is pretty high is that there's a full front porch on the house. So without the porch, the main house is 28.6%. So I just would like to just make a note that we would have no objection if you condition that the porch never be enclosed.
Okay.
The proposed gross floor area is 2,968 square feet, where 2,900 square feet is required, so it's slightly over by 68 square feet. It's a pretty small amount for the gross floor area there. And we're required to provide 3 off-street parking spaces with the parent-child use. And we're requesting a driveway side yard of 3 feet where 8 feet is required. We figured it'd be better to have the 3 cars on the property than have them on the street. So we're requesting the driveway variance. And then we have the parent-child use with, so we have Mr. and Mrs. Pinheiro and their son and their parents here. And then also, part of that parent-child design is that we have 3 bedrooms on the second floor when you're supposed to have 2 with a parent-child. The third room upstairs is very small. It's really not meant to be a bedroom. It's more of a storage room and like a dog room for their dogs. It's 8 feet wide, but it's very small for a bedroom. So it's really not meant to be a bedroom, but it's a very small room. So
They're using it for the dogs?
yeah,
Okay.
and storage.
And storage, okay.
Does it have closets?
It does have a closet, so it is a bedroom. Yeah, no,
Dogs have leashes, they need a closet.
I guess, but we
Has an
did.
extensive wardrobe, right?
We did put a lot of effort into the design to meet their needs, so they can have the first floor with a 3-bedroom, living space with an open concept kitchen, living, dining, and then a smaller second floor. The first, it has a big footprint to get everything on the first floor for the Pinheiros, and a smaller second floor for their parents.
So the parents are on the second floor, and that has the
Three
bedrooms?
bedrooms.
6 bedrooms.
Yes.
So that's a concern, right? We have a 6-bedroom house on a very small lot.
How many bathrooms?
There are 2.5 bathrooms on the first floor, and I believe 1 on the second floor. Let me just double check.
How many?
I just want to verify.
Three
Yeah.
and a half total.
So there's one bathroom in the accessory use. The first floor has a master suite, a hall bathroom, and a powder room also. So it was a lot to get in there. But like I said, it started off as a renovation, so we are filling the actual size of the current house that's there. So I have a copy of the current survey that kind of shows what we're adding to the building footprint. And I also have a rendering of what the house will look like. And it doesn't appear to be as overbuilt for the property side. It's pretty consistent.
Pass that up, Brian.
Save Michael some steps.
What about the basement?
Oh, we still gotta bring him up.
The basement's
I was
gonna
gonna
be
ask for
6'11", so it doesn't, the basement will be 6'11". It won't count in the gross floor area. And the basement's unfinished.
Is there anything you could do with that, the small room to take it out, maybe make the other bedroom bigger?
I mean, we can open, you know.
Open it and make it one big,
Yeah, you know, if we can make the door opening a double wide opening.
Take the closet out.
Take the closet out, yeah, I have no problem taking
yeah,
the
if you
closet.
take the closet
Then
out,
it's
then,
not a bedroom
then it's not a
Yeah,
bedroom.
and
Okay.
and open the opening, so just make it
Yeah.
a sitting, whatever.
Right, a
So they
sitting,
have
like a
little more
small room. Yeah, yeah, but actually, they might, well, I don't know if they need the doors on there for, if they're actually keeping dogs in the room. But we could certainly take the closet out.
What's in front of you? People that are in front of you. The four. 4 adults and the baby.
And 2 large dogs.
Yeah. If mom and dad are upstairs, right, that's what you're telling us,
And the dogs.
and the dogs, unless mom and dad want separate bedrooms, it sounds to me like a
They-
two-bedroom
Right.
addition upstairs might satisfy the board's concerns.
Correct. And they do want a spare bedroom for guests that are visiting from out of the country, which is part of the reason they wanted the extra bedroom, because there's certainly only the 2 of them. They really don't need 3 bedrooms.
I think Mr. Pajero would like to speak. He just said if it's all right. If you
I'm sorry. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, sir.
Peter Pinheiro, 43 Abbott Lane, Hicksville, New York.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Yeah, you have to step up, okay?
Oh, okay. I
Thank you.
apologize. So one of the reasons we wanted the guest bedroom upstairs is that she has a brother that lives in Brazil, and he's a double PhD physicist at a university college. And from time to time, we would like for him to come down.
Visit and visit
He's
and
gonna be
have
the
it, I see.
godfather of our son, God willing. And he has 2 daughters, he's married as well, so we wanted to have some room for him to be able to come. And that was also why we wanted the I guess, guest bedroom upstairs.
So to be clear, we don't question you, right, and we don't question what you're telling us, but when we grant the variance, when you move out, when you sell the house, it's now a 6-bedroom house, to be used in a different manner, right? So that's where we have concerns. When we do this, it's not just to the owner standing in front of us, it's forever.
Yeah, I think the best thing might be if you try and get rid of that small room, perhaps,
I think-
I think we can open it up and
open it up.
we can, make an opening and counts. The room, there's a code where if the room opening is 50% the width of the room, it counts as part of the next room. So sometimes, it affects how
Okay.
egress purposes and things like that, it makes it not a room. So, I mean, we could definitely
So
open it
can
up.
we put down that you will eliminate
Yeah.
the small bedroom upstairs?
Right, correct.
Because it'll be part of the other room.
Correct. We can call it a sitting room and remove the closet.
You could withdraw B as for on
Yes. The-
hearing number 14. If you withdraw B, then you have to keep it to the 2.
Okay, we can do
Would
that.
that be fair?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
I also have some signatures from the neighbors,
Great.
6 out of 7, 6,
Good,
they
thank you.
don't have any objection.
Does anyone wish to speak from the audience? No? And of course, you informed your client of all the rules and regulations regarding that.
Correct.
Madam
One
Chair, I do
doorbell,
need
one
one,
electric meter.
I'm gonna need an updated license for Peter. with the new address, okay, sir? Your address is still showing at a different address. Everybody else's is up, so I'm just gonna need that, I'm gonna have to hold the decision until you get me a copy of that. Just apply online with DMV, and you can get me the interim one, okay? Very good, sorry, thank you.
Fine, thank you.
And then Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Okay, and correspondence, there are none?
That was it? Just
That was
Nassau
it, just
County?
that, okay.
That was it.
Motion?
Decision.
Okay. Case is closed, decision will be mailed to you.
Thank you, folks.
Good luck, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess we'll go back to,
We're on 6.
yes.
Good night.
Good night.
One little baby.
Next up, hearing number 6, appeal number 25-213, Eric Holden, 70 Linden Avenue, Bethpage.
Tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Good evening. Representing Mr. Holden of 70 Linden Avenue, Bethpage. I just passed up some consent letters for the board and photos. Mr. Holden is seeking a variance to maintain a driveway having less side yard setback than required and a rear awning exceeding the gross floor area, and to amend decision -22-357. The wide driveway came up when the updated survey was obtained. I've taken a photo of this for the board showing there is a fence shrubbery in between the abutting property, and the abutting property has their driveway wide similar to the Holtons. The driveway is definitely not out of character with this neighborhood, as approximately 75% of the neighbors on this block have widened driveways. In regard to the gross floor area, they're only exceeding it by 176 square feet, which includes a shed that does not need a permit, and that was on the original application. We're also amending decision 22-357, and I did that for the homeowner, which was granted and a permit was issued. There was no objections at that time. We do have consent letters from the abutting neighbor next door at 78 Linden Avenue, and directly across the street at 57, 61, 67, 71, and 77 Linden Avenue. As the photos show, the project came out very tastefully. There's not been any complaints or violations from the town on this property.
And this driveway's existing.
Is it, yeah, it says proposed, this is not a proposed driveway. It's
No,
existing.
it's existing, yeah.
Yeah,
The photo's there,
that's what I thought.
yeah.
Change that. Okay, anybody have questions other than that?
No.
Anybody in the audience wish to speak? Okay, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Case is closed, and the decision will be sent to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, one more.
No, you-
Yeah, come on, let's go.
You can call it.
Okay. Hearing number 7, appeal number 25-218, Ralph Garone, 2 Hull Lane, Bethpage.
Good evening.
Tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address?
Good evening. My name is Cole Gartmayer from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. An agent representing Ralph Garone, owner of 2 Hall Lane in Bethpage, New York, Section 49, Block 203, Lot 19. This property is in an R17 zone. An application was filed to maintain an existing shed, AC unit, and garage conversion. Existing shed does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 3 feet. The shed maintains a side yard setback of 2.7 feet. The shed was relocated in 1999, so we are requesting to amend specific plan number 98-583. The existing chimney does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 25 feet. The chimney maintains a rear yard setback of 10 feet. Because of the way this house is situated on the lot, the house maintains an 11.1-foot rear yard setback. The garage was converted and the chimney added in 1999. The existing 6-foot-high PVC fence exceeds the maximum permitted height across the side front yard on Hall Lane, the permitted height across the front yard and on Kevin Lane. The fence was installed in 2021 for privacy and yard security. The fence does not cause any sightline issues at the corner of the next-door neighbor's driveway. We feel these reliefs we've requested today are not out of character with the neighborhood and would like to submit signatures of the surrounding neighbors' consent.
Thank you. Anybody have questions?
I do.
Okay.
Can you tell me about the garage conversion? What is in there?
So it's just additional, like, living space for them, I believe. Michael, do you have the plans there?
Okay, because there is a door, so it looks like two front doors. That's why I asked. No, it wasn't a sliding doors. In the front?
Where the garage is you're talking about?
Yes,
Well, I mean, the driveway, I should say?
in the driveway, correct.
So behind that bush is a sliding door.
Not a sliding door, it was a door. Okay. No, it's on the conversion in the front. There's no bathroom in there. You got it, okay? Thank you. That's it for me.
Okay, does anybody in the audience have questions? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Decision, the case is closed, the decision of the board will be mailed to you.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Me too.
Yes. I have, behind this bush. When I drove by.
Craig doesn't reject it because it's not in
Oh.
code.
It's, my, it looks like there are two.
Just,
Okay.
it's actually not in our code that they can't have it. Yeah,
Yeah,
so they're
just
not, they
curious.
don't reject it.
Right, yeah, no, I was just
Yeah,
wondering
yeah.
what was in it. Ready?
Oh, ready,
Okay.
thanks.
Hearing
Thank you.
number 8, appeal number 25-327, Jason Fleischman at 83 Ellen Street, Bethpage.
Good evening.
Hi, Joyce, right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Rudolph Shitara, 6500 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791.
Can you spell your last name?
Shatarah. Okay, this house was in a fire, was in the news, and the owner were building, they wanted to rebuild. However, they felt that minor modification to the existing house was necessary to make it a better home, if you will. It's not much bigger, not much smaller. It's about the same size, except they made changes to the the interior of the house, the walls of the house. They had some slopes. So that triggered a variances of a few of them. The first one was the pitch. We have 5 to 12 roof pitch. And the only reason we did the 5 to 12 because it was either go above the 28 feet or do 5 to 12. So we chose the first option. The second option, the second item that we're talking about, the encroachment of the eaves and gutters on the side of the house. The existing property, this is R17. The existing property is 60 by 100, which is 60 by 100, so which is not conforming to the R17. And the side yard is 6.83, if I'm not mistaken. And that kind of trigger the eaves and gutters on the side of the house for a variance. The third item that we have an issue with, or the town, there were a variance for an exterior deck that also because of the side yard encroachment. This deck was amended, was cut short because we decided to take the central AC units from the side of the house, because it never met the 5 feet side yard, to part of the deck. So the deck should not be an issue. The deck has now more than the minimum required of 8 feet. So these are the items that we're looking for,
You're staying in the
relief.
existing footprint, correct?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Did you folks suffer the fire?
Yes.
Very sorry to hear that.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anyone in the audience wishing to speak? Okay, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Case is closed, decision will be mailed to you.
Thank you
Sorry
very
for
much.
the fire.
Appreciate
Good
it.
night.
Take care.
Hearing number 9, appeal number 25-214, Deepak Kumar, 280 Division Avenue, Hicksville.
Make sure I have the right one. Good evening, everyone. Oh, sure,
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Sure, my name is Maria J. Miro from Maria J. Miro Design and Drafting, located at 1002 Merrick Avenue, North Merrick, New York, 11566. I'm filling in for April Madigan from AM Expediting. She's at 8 West Merrick Road in Freeport, New York, 11520.
Thank you.
Okay. I am here this evening to represent Deepak Kumar. He is the homeowner of 280 Division Avenue in Hicksville, New York, Section 45, Block 513, Lot 11. The house is in a residence R1-7 zone. We are respectfully asking the board to grant us relief and allow us to construct a rear 2-story addition and a 2-story addition over the existing residence. According to Chapter 246, Table 5.3, the proposed reconstruction of the dwelling to create a 46-foot wide by 41-foot deep dwelling, partially on the existing foundation wall, will create the side yard setback of 6.75 feet instead of the required 8-foot side yard setback. That's 1.25 feet over the required side yard setback. Also, the eaves and gutters will also be an encroachment. According to Chapter 246, Table 5.3, the proposed reconstruction of the dwelling exceeds the maximum permitted height of 28 feet. The proposed is 30.58 feet.
So you're asking for a roof pitch and a height?
Yes, I understand that. It's 2 foot 7 inches above the required height. The pitch is a 5 on 12 rather than a 6 on 12. It actually would have been higher with the 6 on 12. It would have brought it a little bit higher of a pitch. The roof is a hip roof. The roof is a hip roof, and, with the pitch and the roof vent, the height is slightly over the allowable of 28 feet. In accordance with Chapter 246, Table 5.3, the proposed reconstruction will also exceed the maximum allowing building coverage of 25%. The proposed is 25.22%, 0.22% or overage, excuse me. In accordance with Chapter 256, Table 4.9.3, the maximum gross floor area is 3,305.45 square feet, and the provided is 3,613.2 square feet. It's 307.75 square feet over the allowable. And in addition to the variances mentioned, the driveway does not have the minimum setback of 8 feet. The driveway actually comes to close to the property line. The reason for the reconstruction of the house is that Mr. Kuma's cousin passed away while visiting India, and he is bringing the cousin's wife and 3 children to live with his home. In addition, he is getting married this year and will want to start a family of his own.
But this is not a parent-child?
This is not a parent-child. It is going to be maintained as a one-family residence, and he's just hoping that everybody would have their own space so that they could live together.
How many bedrooms?
I think there was 6 bedrooms.
And how many bathrooms?
Oh, gosh, okay. There's 2.5, I believe, but let me make sure. I'm
So
sorry.
what do we have, a bedroom and
It's-
bathroom?
I'm sorry, 4.5, I didn't draw up these
You got a
plans, so.
three-piece in the basement?
There's a 3-piece in the basement, that's correct.
And a bedroom in the basement?
And an outside cellar entrance.
Yeah, he's willing to take
Outside cellar entrance?
he's willing to take the bedroom out of the basement if it's a problem with the board.
It's got a cellar entrance as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a cellar entrance.
I see they're gonna be doing, right, they're doing concrete work, pouring new foundations?
They're trying to utilize part of the existing foundation, but yes, they will be pouring some new foundations as well when they do the addition,
Okay.
spread footing.
So what about removing the cellar entrance?
Putting an egress window, like
I mean, I could ask them, I'm not sure, you know, I thought they wanted to have a way to get in and out of the, you know, the basement from the
We put an egress
outside.
window, so they can,
It would
but
be
in
a
an
safety,
emergency, it's for,
Okay,
we
so-
don't want somebody that's being rented and somebody coming in and out.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and this is a big house.
Yeah, I drove around the area. Hicksville's up and coming with a lot of new construction. I know, I'm also a licensed Realtor. We sold a few on Lee Avenue over there, on the other side. Yeah, it is up and coming, you know, with these homes. But he has a big family, and he'd like.
Extended family, big extended.
It's extended family. He's willing to keep it as a one family. He's not looking to put in a second kitchen or anything like that.
Is it 6 plus 1? No, 6 altogether.
6, 5.
Yeah, he's willing to, when I was looking over the plans, I had mentioned that the bedroom in the basement was going to be an issue.
the issue is the entrance, so. if
The
you
entrance
choose
and the
to-
bedroom, obviously.
The outside entrance.
It also is a big house. You have a driveway that basically, there's no side yard, so the person is stepping on somebody else's property when they get out.
Yeah, I think he wanted to accommodate any additional cars, so he wasn't parking on any neighboring properties.
And it's very high. That's another
Yeah,
concern.
we have a problem with the height,
So-
we really
so,
do.
You know, understand when you come here, we understand you're asking for things. but,
Sure.
So we're kind of ticking every single thing that we have people come to us for. So we're looking to you to see if there's a manner in which you can get the size of the house down.
You know, I could ask the architect to redesign it, but I know for a fact from working with my structural engineer, asphalt shingles are water resistant, they are not waterproof, so sometimes the steeper the pitch, the better the runoff of the water into the gutters and leaders. It doesn't, the shallower the pitch, the roof, you
What's
could.
ceiling height?
9 feet on the second floor,
Yeah.
and 9 feet on the first floor, and there's also a section that's cathedral ceiling, it's like, I don't know, 12-foot ceiling maybe?
That's correct.
In the basement?
Maybe we should put this on reserve, and maybe you could talk to your clients and see if they can come with something a little smaller. We don't like height and roof pitch, particularly together.
Sure.
So if you
Would they
could
have
do
to come
something
to the
like
board
that, and
again then?
Definitely
Would-
take out the bedroom and the basement, that's.
Okay, yeah, that's
They wouldn't have to come back, she's asking. Would they
If you
have-
create any
Yeah.
new variances, you'd have to come back. If you just scale down and don't
Yeah.
create any new variances, you wouldn't.
In other words,
Okay.
take out the bedroom.
Yeah,
and
that I
sta-
knew
and
was gonna be an issue.
What
They
else
could
you want?
change the height and,
Right, so we got the entrance, the bedroom, and then shrinking the house a bit.
The height of the house, you're
Yeah.
saying?
What about
Yeah,
the
okay.
entrance?
They don't get.
he said that.
Well, we still would have 5 bedrooms then if we took the one in the, on the
Yeah.
basement, right? That's what you'd be looking
Okay.
for.
So you're gonna put
Okay,
this
we'll put on
reserve.
reserve, and you can come back. You don't have to come back. We'll
Okay,
consider
all right,
the
I'll
new
talk
plans.
to
Thank you.
them. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, yes, anybody have anything in the audience?
There is somebody, yes.
There is somebody. Okay, good. Thank you.
Mrs.
Hi,
Coon.
could you sit down, please?
You can sit down and eat.
Thank you. I'm just gonna swear you in, okay?
Sure, of course.
Great. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Lucinda Hudson, 49 Croydon Lane, Hicksville.
Thank you.
So good evening, all. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to comment. Respectfully, I just wanted to voice some concerns, sort of echoing what all of you have said already, just for all of the variants, sort of all together at once. I'm not exactly sure if the request about the driveway is which driveway there, because right now there are 2 driveways on the property. So we were wondering which one was, I believe it was on the north. I just want to make sure, no mistake about, I appreciate the desire to renovate a single-story home to create more living space for a family, and it certainly can be done, we believe, very comfortably in accordance with the town's ordinances. So I echo all of your concerns about height and pitch and gross square footage and lot coverage, et cetera. And I'm sure it echoes things that you hear every time you have a hearing, just in terms of the precedents that get set around the town. She is correct in terms of new construction in Hicksville being quite large. I would assume that a lot of it is exceeding square footage and lot coverage when we have that new construction. So in talking with some of the neighbors and my husband, who live in the neighborhood, we were just concerned about having all of the variants come all at once. But it seems like that's also on your radar as well, so I won't take up any more of your time, but thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else wish to speak? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Case is closed, decision. Well, actually, we put it on reserves of the, so you'll get back with,
Get scaled down
take a
plans.
call.
I need 3 copies, bring them to me, and I'll get them re-rejected.
I think it's the bedroom, basement, yeah.
You can come up for a second. Is the north driveway capable of fitting 2 cars?
Let me just take a look at that.
Because if it's not, then maybe we can take it off the property.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Is the north,
Yeah.
Street
Parking, yes, I do too, but you're right, yeah.
2 cars next to each other, why are we?
the concrete patio, oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know if we could tell from a photo unless it has 2 cars next to each other.
The basement entrance?
I'm looking at the concrete
Or
patio
the other
right
side?
now.
The other side.
Yeah.
It'll be tight.
Can I just ask him?
You're asking for a driveway of 0. Zero side, supposed to have a side yard of 0, supposed to have 8.
Need at least 8 feet for 2 feet.
Does it fit 2 cars? No.
At least 16.
Okay.
What if we hold the driveways back by 2 feet
That would
on
be
each
fine.
side?
Just some room so they don't get,
'Cause
because that
I'm
could open
looking-
all
yeah.
sorts of liability issue.
Yeah.
If they step out and.
So if we hold it back for, okay, if that,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's
So-
doable.
It's gonna be a completely new plan.
Well, no, it's cellar entrance taken out,
Okay, but
bathroom, basement taken out, roof pitch and height,
Wait,
and,
wait, the bathroom in the basement has to be taken out?
the bedroom.
Oh, bedroom,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
okay.
Casella Entrance Building.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And the roof
Thank you
pitch and
so
height.
much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, did I ask correspondence?
did.
Okay.
We did that.
Okay, we're on to
motion
hearing
decisions.
number 10, yeah, we did. Hearing number 10, appeal number 25-217, Charmin Kohinoor, 210 East Avenue, Hicksville.
Hi.
Good evening.
Raise
Hi.
your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yeah, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Robert Ramirez, 990 Moro Parkway, Centralized, New York, 11722.
Thank you.
Robert Ramirez. I-R-E-Z, yes, Ramirez, right. Hi, good evening. I am the applicant representing Mrs. Charmin Kohinoor, and we are asking, I'm sorry, let me give you some, I got photos for the two pergolas. We are asking
Thanks, boy.
a variance to allow existing 11.8 feet by 12.9 feet pergola with the existing side yard setback of 5 feet instead of required side yard set fee of 8 feet. Number two, asking a variance to allow existing 11.8 feet by 12.9 feet pergola and 8.4 feet by 15 feet pergola with existing gross area of 4,657 square feet instead of required 3,974 feet. And number three, we are asking a variance to allow existing 6 feet PVC fence exceeding maximum height across the front yard of Blueberry Lane instead required 4 feet. You can see the two pergolas in the photos.
Where is the driveway, or the fence? You're
The
going to angle it?
driveway, if you at the front, the house is the left side, the fence is in the right side.
And you'll angle it, right?
Exactly, because it's a corner there.
But
Okay,
there's no sightline issues, correct?
No.
okay, that's one. Okay, anybody have a question on the board? Anybody in the audience wish to speak? Okay,
What's the matter?
How's he at 46? He's not 4,600 feet. That's less than that. So there's only two pergolas, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's called 280 foot.
The gross floor area, you're asking? So what happens is, Flo, because they apply for the pergola, they now have to get us a new inside of the house, and they have to give us the dimensions of the basement. The basement gets added in, which was not there before. The basement is what puts it over.
That makes it, thank you. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Decision, this case is closed, and the decision of the board will be mailed to you.
Thank you so much. Have a blessing night.
Thank you.
You too.
Hearing number 11, appeal number 25-223, Charanjit Singh, 66 West Barclay Street, Hicksville.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Dennis Oliver, 924 Newbridge Road, Belmore, New York. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I am the architect of record for Mr. Singh concerning 66 West Barclay Street in Hicksville. We're seeking permission to maintain an existing handicap ramp. The property is currently used as a podiatrist office. Professional use, it is a permitted use. They have a permit for that. That permit number is R 006265, and that was issued in 2018. Upon building this, they realized that they had to have a way to get their clients in and out in a safe and easier way. So they built the ramp. It should be noted that the ramp, as constructed, does not interfere with anybody's sight line either entering or exiting the property. The side street, Wyckoff Street, is a one-way street going from north to south. You enter our property from Barclay, go around the building, and exit on Wyckoff. So it's not going to get in anybody's way, doesn't block a sight line, doesn't interfere with sidewalk, and it's just going to sit there fat, dumb, and stupid.
By nature of his business, there are going to be people who need that ramp.
Correct.
Correct, okay, thank you. Any questions from the board?
None.
Audience? Any- Okay, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Okay. Hearing closed, decision will be mailed to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a safe
Good
evening.
night.
You too.
Hearing number 12, appeal number 25-225, Mylan Song, 37 Andover Lane, Hicksville.
Good evening, board members. My name is Charles Kuhn, architect.
Hi, raise your
Oh,
right hand.
I will.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I did?
And
Okay.
your name and address, sir.
Yeah, I'm Charles Kuhn, architect, P.O. Box 641, Northport, New York. I'm here to represent the applicant, Ms. Lynn Song. The application, basically, she's looking to do two minor additions on the house. One is a front addition to basically expand provide a walk-in closet and a bathroom for a master bedroom. The second is to expand an existing garage. Currently, the garage is 16 feet deep. It's really not big enough to house a car, so she is looking to expand it. Because of that expansion, the existing house is in an R17 zone, which requires a 8-foot side yard minimum setback. The house is existing non-conforming with a 7-foot setback. So because of that, we fall into a variance situation. We do comply to the combined setback at 20 feet.
It's a de minimis request.
Yes.
Anyone on the board have a question?
No.
Audience? Okay. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Hearing closed, decision be mailed to you.
Have a great night. Thank you.
Have a good
Good
evening.
night.
Thank you.
Hearing number 15, appeal number 25-236, Donna Mulligan at 20 Rose Street, Plainview.
How's your husband?
Good, perfect. Thank you for last time, I appreciate
Sure,
it.
of course. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
No, 15.
Good.
Name and address.
Good evening, members of the board, Madam Chairman. My name is Ashley Lowe Kianese from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmore Avenue in Belmore, New York. I am here this evening on behalf of my client, Ms. Donna Mulligan, who is the owner and occupant of the subject property located at 20 Rose Street in Plainview, New York. We are here this evening as a result of an application filed with the building department to maintain an existing deck with pergola above, maintain 2 existing AC units, and a proposed section of 5-foot PVC fence. The existing wood deck with pergola above does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet, having an existing side yard setback of 5.15 feet, for which we require 2.85 feet of relief. I would like to note that the existing deck is in line with the dwelling on that side of the home. Additionally, the existing AC units do not have the minimum required side yard setback of 3 feet, having a side yard setback of 2.02 feet to Unit A and 1.77 feet to AC Unit B, for which we are requesting relief of 0.98 feet and 1.23 feet respectively. Ms. Mulligan purchased the home in 2024 and was made aware of the need for these permits when she filed for proposed work, specifically a proposed portico over the existing stoop, and retained our office to legalize these items and go for the variance to make sure everything was properly permitted. These are only the requests for the evening. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Anyone in the audience?
No.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The hearing is closed and decision will be mailed to you. Thank you.
Thanks, have a great night.
Hearing number 16. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so used to announcing them. Go ahead.
Appeal number 25-222, KK Woodbury Commons, 2467 LLC.
So used to.
That's all right.
You could do the whole thing.
No.
Good evening. Don't worry, they're not all speakers. I don't have the whole, not everybody. No. Good evening, Bram Weber, Weber Law Group, 290 Broad Hollow Road, Suite 200E in Melville, for the applicant KK Woodbury Commons 2467 LLC, which is an affiliate of Kimco Realty Corporation, who, as you likely know, have their worldwide headquarters in Jericho and own over 1 million square feet of shopping center space in the town of Oyster Bay. With me is Donnie Lowe, who is the Director of Development for the Northeast region from Kimco, and Nicholas Tortorella, a professional engineer from Stonefield Engineering, who will make tonight's parking presentation, and Foster Ting from Stonefield, who will answer any site plan questions if you have any, and then it's Karen Zaroff and Kara Manood, who is brand new to our firm as of yesterday. Straight out of law school, Kara, and Karen joined us a few months ago. So that's, yeah. I told her she might have to bail me out. So again, you've had a long night, so I don't want to take up more of your time. So Kimco acquired this center. This is the Woodbury Common Shopping Center, Jericho Turnpike on Woodbury Road in Woodbury, adjacent to the Crest Hollow Country Club. They acquired the shopping center in late 2022. In doing our due diligence on the shopping center, we did some calculations and saw that the parking was, the requirement was less than the provided parking. However, the shopping center had no variances. How it got that way, we don't know. Shopping center was expanded and operated for many years, never came before this board for a parking variance. We went into the planning department, we talked to the planning department about this, and they said, okay, we said we want to legalize, we want to come in and make it an approved site for parking. And they said, okay, when you come back for your first application that requires an increase in parking, you'll go before the board. When Kimco, in managing the center, went out and tried to find new tenants. There were some vacancies in the shopping center. They kept running into this problem where they would, mostly the shopping center is turning over from retail to restaurant. A lot of very good restaurants that are there, and that's become very popular for restaurants. So they kept getting interest from local restaurant tenants, but when they told them how long it took to get the approvals, they were finding other locations. They did not want to go through a 9-month variance process, a special permit process, and a variance process. So we went back to the planning department, and we said what we'd like to do is we'd like to reserve a few of the vacant spaces for restaurant space. Get an overall parking variance approved for the center, and allow for 3 spaces to be used for restaurants so that Kimco could go and market with a parking variance already in place. They thought it was a fantastic idea, so we've located 3 spaces in the shopping center that are currently vacant or otherwise occupied by short-term tenants or tenants with leases that are expiring. And we are proposing 3 restaurant sites within the existing shopping center, no exterior expansions, and we're here to seek a variance for those spaces. There's one more space, which is Dirty Taco, very popular restaurant. There is a vacant space next to Dirty Taco, which we are in an application process now through the town for the special permit to expand that restaurant. Since we were coming here first for the parking variance for the other 3 restaurants, that restaurant is included in our calculations so that there is full transparency. You have all the information you need to make a decision, and our parking study will include, and does include, and the testimony will include, the parking demand for that additional restaurant, since that application is also going through the approval process in the town, and so that, again, so there's full transparency. The 3 restaurants we're proposing, they're relatively small in size, 2,500 square feet, 2,070 square feet, and 2,900 square feet. Like, as I said, there's no exterior expansion. They're already existing tenant spaces. Okay?
So you have restaurants, or
There are some restaurants already at the center.
That right.
We don't have identified tenants yet. We want to be able to have the spaces.
I was just a little confused. In front of one of them, there's a closed store? and-
Yeah, so some of those spaces have tenants now. They're either short-term or on expiring leases.
I notice it says here that 51 spaces are leased from Crest Hollow.
Correct.
There's not an overlap in terms of when people go to a restaurant and when people go to Crest Hollow? I mean, I imagine Crest Hollow is empty during the day, but come 5 o'clock, it starts, or 6 o'clock, it starts to get busy. There's not an overlap? You still have 51 spaces?
That is correct. So that parking lot, if I may, is located here in the red.
Okay.
So it's been leased for 13 years.
Okay.
From
Crest Hollow. They don't use
Crest
it.
Hollow. And it's actually, they're for the shopping center.
Oh, they're not,
Okay.
They're not Crest Hollow, correct.
Oh, okay, that's
That is
fine.
correct. If there are, just so I can just say, 'cause, for full information, if Crest Hollow ever needs them, if they feel that there is going to be a significant number of events, a large number of people, it happens maybe once a year, twice a year, they actually call Kimco, and they allow them to use the spaces as overflow so that it works between both properties. But other than that, they're exclusively for Kimco.
Okay. Great.
So if I may just kind of, Nick, do
Yeah,
the
but do you want to ask a
traffic
question, or
presentation?
should we wait for the? Yeah, well,
Thank you.
I have to swear you in, sir. Promise to tell
Yes,
the
it
truth
is.
during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Yes, Nicholas Tortorella, Tortorella, Stonefield Engineering and Design, 584 Broadway, Suite 310 in Manhattan.
Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. As Mr. Weber just summarized, our project is proposing to convert 4 existing commercial spaces within the Woodbury Common Shopping Center from a retail use to a restaurant use, totaling approximately 9,000 square feet. As I'm sure you're well aware, the existing shopping center provides approximately 86,000 total square feet of commercial space in 6 separate commercial buildings at the northeast corner of the signalized intersection between Jericho Turnpike, designated as New York State Route 25, and Woodbury Road. Moving east to west along Jericho, access is currently provided via an unsignalized full movement ingress, but right turn only egress driveway at the east end of the frontage, in addition to a right in, right out curb cut at the west end of the frontage. Along Woodbury Road, access is provided via an unsignalized full movement driveway in the northern portion of the property, in addition to an entry-only driveway at the south end of the frontage, just north of the Bank of America driveway that serves that corner parcel. These 4 driveways provide access to 433 total parking spaces on the site, with 196 in the large area in the center of the property, located between the commercial buildings, 115 total spaces in the northern portion of the property, 48 spaces along Woodbury Road to the west, 31 spaces along Jericho Turnpike to the south, and an additional 51 spaces in that adjacent eastern lot that Kimco leases from the Crest Hollow Club. Again, we are before the board this evening seeking a 129-space parking variance to provide 431 total parking spaces, where 560 are technically required by code, with the conversion of those 4 existing commercial spaces, again, just under 9,000 square feet, from a retail use to a restaurant use. Specifically, if I can just bring up the site plan quickly. We are talking about 2,500 square feet in the northwest building located between the Chopped and Pliables, designated as Space 15. Approximately 4,970 total square feet in 2 adjacent spaces in the western building, just to the north of the Stretch Lab. These are designated as spaces 19A and 20. And 1,500 spaces in the southern building, which, as we've discussed, is the subject of our ongoing application with the town board to expand the Dirty Taco restaurant. There are no proposed site layout modifications or building modifications proposed as part of this application. The only change we're proposing outside of the interior restaurant renovations is the installation of strategic wayfinding signage along the on-site drive aisles to direct patrons to the northern, western, and eastern parking areas at the rear of that center portion of the property. To inform this variance application, my office prepared a comprehensive parking study to determine the current peak parking utilization of the shopping center. And these results are summarized in the memorandum that will be submitted to the board this evening as Exhibit A, or maybe already has. Submitted afterwards. I'd just like to quickly walk through our methodology and findings of that memo. So first, we conducted parking counts at the site from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Wednesday, December 4th, and Saturday, December 7th of last year to identify that peak demand for the shopping center during the peak holiday season, when visitation to a shopping center is typically at its highest. So these parking counts show that the peak weekday demand occurred at 1 p.m., when there was approximately 219 total vehicles parked on site, equating to an approximately 51% utilization, with 214 remaining available spaces. On Saturday, that peak demand also occurred at 1 p.m., when there were 190 total vehicles parked on site, 44% utilization, with 243 spaces remaining available. When our team did the counts, there were vacant commercial spaces in the shopping center that were obviously not contributing to the parking demand that we observed at the time, including that almost 20,000 square foot grocery store space at the south end of the site. So these vacant retail and supermarket spaces could theoretically become reoccupied in the future if the shopping center were to ever reach 100% tenancy. So conservatively, we projected the additional parking demand that those spaces could generate based on industry standard rates published by the Institute of Transportation Engineers, or ITE, and layered that additional demand on top of the observed parking utilization hour by hour using time distribution factors, time of day distribution factors, published by the Urban Land Institute, or ULI. So the green bars shown on this graph depict the hourly parking demand for the shopping center combined for what we observed in the field and what we projected for those vacant supermarket and retail spaces at the time. We then projected the potential future parking demand that could be generated by converting those 4 existing commercial spaces to new restaurants. These are shown by the red bars hour by hour on top of the graph. To determine the maximum parking demand that could occur at Woodbury Common in the future if the supermarket, every retail, and every restaurant space was fully occupied and operating at the same time, I might add. That final step shows that even after the conversion of the 4 new restaurants, the shopping center is expected to generate a maximum weekday parking demand for 369 total spaces, 85% utilization with 62 spaces remaining available, and a maximum Saturday parking demand of 346 spaces. Again, we prepared this study as conservatively as we could. We conducted the baseline count during the holiday season. We took no credit for the likely interconnection between the on-site uses, such as someone visiting the center to go shopping, then stopping into a restaurant for a meal before they left, and assuming 100% occupancy of the supermarket, retail spaces, and restaurants, whereas Kimco typically operates their commercial portfolio, at ideally 90 to 95%. All that being said, I think our study demonstrates that the proposed 431 spaces are sufficient.
Tortorella, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
During those December studies, what was the vacancy rate at that time?
So the exact...
You said 20,000, just lay it over the total square footage for me.
Yeah, so it was 20,000 square feet of the grocery store. Actually, I have it right here. 7,470 square feet of restaurant, 7,470 square feet of 3 of the 4 restaurants, plus the 1,500 for the Dirty Taco expansion, and 7,097 square feet of retail space.
So I'm not going to try to make you do a lot of math, but what was that as a total percentage?
Yeah, so it's like 27.5, 32.5, and 15. So you're 34,000 over 86,000. So you're like, test me here, 40%, 50%, 40, in between 40 and 50.
And I think you told us this, but I just want to make sure, the
Yep.
projections that you used, right, to bring us to here
Yep.
included restaurant use, right, which is what we're hoping to get in there.
Yes, the restaurant use is what's shown in the red bar of
Got it.
each hour.
So when we're projecting out, we're not projecting out on what was existing, we're projecting out on what we want to have in. Right?
Exactly, based on that peak demand rate published by IT.
In other words, yours is the fullest.
As full as it will be, correct.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions, or does anyone in the audience, although I think most of the people in the audience are here for cases, but does anyone wish to ask a question?
I
Okay.
do have the traffic study here, if any of you.
Great, thank you.
Okay,
We'll look at,
I have it right here.
thank you. Okay, please go on.
No, that's it.
Sorry.
Thank you. No, I have nothing to add.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Okay. Motion?
Decision?
Hearing is closed. Decision will be mailed to you.
Thank you.
In
Thank you.
excellent case.
Thanks so much.
The associate.
It was very thorough.
Slipped out.
And I-
Going to tell me what I did wrong.
Good night, good night, good night.
Okay.
Okay. Hearing number 18, appeal number 25-245, Nicholas Blaine at 25 Cumberland Road, Jericho.
Does she want, I want to ask if she needs, Susan?
Sorry?
Does Holly want a break
I
after
should
this?
just asked her, you want to finish this one? She's okay for now.
Okay.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. I'd like to pass up some photos and send letters to the board. I'm representing Mr. Blaine of 25 Cumberland Road in Jericho. Mr. Blaine is seeking a variance to maintain a wood deck with a semi-in-ground pool and pool equipment having less rear yard setback than required, and to maintain a shed having less side yard setback than required. I've taken many photos for the board in different directions showing the pool and the decking. The pool is partly in the ground, there is a fence in between the properties, and there is evergreen-type shrubbery in between part of the rear yard blocking the view of the deck as shown in the photos. In regard to the shed, it is behind a PVC fence and next to the neighbor's shed as the photos show. We do have a consent letter from the abutting neighbor at 27 Cumberland Road. These improvements have been here for many years. The house has been sold, and there is money held in escrow.
Anyone have any questions? No. Anyone in the audience? Okay. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The hearing is closed. Decision will be mailed to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good. Okay. Hearing number 19, appeal number 25-224, Honey Palace.
No.
She said she's good.
Probably before we vote.
Honey Palace LLC, 6 Ariel Way, Syosset.
Good evening. I am Kevin Walsh from the firm Walsh, Marcus, McDougal, and DeBellis. I am the attorney for the applicant, Honey Palace LLC. We are here tonight requesting a single variance, one variance for the property at 6 Ariel Way in Syosset. That variance is a parking variance. I'm here tonight with Sal Ferrara, who is from Combined Resources, the design architect for this, and Kyle Mai, M-A-I, who is the operations administrator for the Honey Palace brand. Honey Palace is a children's enrichment program. They run children's enrichment programs for ages 5 to 13. They have a current location, a center in Flushing. It's very successful, and they would like to move one of them out here, and open another one in Nassau County. So they made this application. Now, the single variance is a parking variance. The existing building at 6 Ariel Way is about 8,100 square feet. The building was built like that. It has its existing parking lot in the front, which is 40 parking spaces. And if you do a quick calculation, it was 1 per 200 when it was built, and the building exists legally. So the dilemma or the issue is the plan examiner properly determined that based on our use, our proposed use, some of the rooms that are going to be used, approximately 3,000 square feet of the 8,100 square feet, has a different parking demand. And I know this board has seen many of these cases as industrial properties and offices convert over to some of the personal service uses. The parking requirement for some of these, and particularly in this case, it's the dance component of the use. The dance classes requires a 1 per 75, so it kicks up our requirement to demonstrate parking. We are not making any changes to the physical building. We have no other location to create additional parking, and so we are here seeking this single variance. Now, the argument for the variance would be this, that the code doesn't, well, it's a proper analysis to treat a dance studio or dancing maybe with a different parking demand. It doesn't account for who's going to be the dancers. So in this particular case, we have all students that are going to be there, all children 5 to 13. None of them will be driving, so they'll be dropped off in every situation. So a little bit more about the program. There are various components of the program. Dancing is the one I stress because that's the one that kicked us into a higher parking demand. But we also do art, music, and tutoring education. So for children who want something extra, parents want something extra for their student and their child, these are the programs they'll go to. So they can go sign up for these sessions. They usually run from an hour to an hour and a half. They are staggered. Our operating hours during the week is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. because it's generally after school. And then in the weekends, we are early in the morning to 6 p.m. at night. I'd say 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that kind of coincides with the flow of traffic anyway, or the off-peak traffic, because on weekends, this location's not heavily trafficked. So holidays are busy also when we don't have some other traffic, because that's when parents have time to send their children for these enhancements, these classes. They're very successful and they're very good. And this is a very positive use because it puts children where they should be, learning more, and it's for parents that want their children to get that. We have approximately, at a max, we'll have approximately 14 to 15 instructors. These are licensed instructors, licensed under the state, and they will all have to maintain and continue to maintain those licenses, background checks and the like, in order to work at the facility.
What did you say the age of the children?
5 to 13.
Okay, good.
Okay, and they'll be very, so, and the classes are staggered partially because some are an hour and some are an hour and a half, so it's never going to be a mad rush of drop-off. It's going to be kind of a nice flow for those
Right.
hours that we're open, so.
And for the older children, I know from experience, you pull up, they get out. The younger ones may be parked for a minute to walk them in, but for the older ones,
Yeah,
they would just be let out of the car.
Yeah, and we have parking spaces, plenty of I won't say we're over-parked, that would be wrong in this type of application, but we have plenty of parking spaces for the staff, and there will be parking spaces for parents to walk their younger children in. But we have created near the loading dock on that site plan, a drive-up, and we're going to let parents drive up, drop off their child, and then leave and do the same way and pick up.
And this business is going to occupy the entire building?
It'll occupy the entire building. And one last component that my client has told me, that they allow parents, because the money that parents pay to send for these programs, children can show up 15 minutes before and they can stay 15 minutes after before being picked up, so that they hit the ground running when they get into one of their sessions. So they have there's a location in the space, which is, if you look at the floor plan, there seems like a lot of different locations. There's areas where they will be there waiting for their session to begin.
Mr. Walsh, I think I understand you, and I think I do. Two things that come to mind is, number one, this is a blended use facility, correct?
It is.
But you're being asked to do it as if you only are doing dance, correct?
At least for a big portion of it, yes.
And the other thing I think we're all getting at is the majority of these are drop-offs, like parents really don't stay, correct?
I did ask that question, and for the younger ones, when they're not sure of the program, they will stay and watch in the lobby the first couple, as we would do, and then all of a sudden they feel comfortable, and then from then on, we'll see you in an hour.
Very good.
Thank you. I do have Kyle here, if anybody has any questions about the program, and Mr. Ferrara, any questions about the design.
Okay, anyone in the audience have questions? No, I guess correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Thank you.
Motion?
Decision?
Thank you very much for your
The
time.
hearing
Good night, all.
closed, and the decision will be mailed to you. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Hearing number 20, appeal number 25-240, Jason Hughes.
That's
5
postponed, wasn't it? No?
No, 20?
Oh, 21 was, okay, yeah.
5 Ridge Rock Lane, East Norwich.
Okay.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Beth Page. I'd like to pass up some photos and consent letters for the board. Representing Mr. Hughes of 5 Ridge Rock Lane in East Norwich. Mr. Hughes is seeking a variance to maintain 2 sheds having less side yard setback than required, and a 10-by-10 shed having less front yard setback than required, and to amend decision 23-433. This case was heard in August of 2023. Everything was granted. The sheds were in a slightly different location. When the new survey was obtained, it showed they were moved. The setbacks are approximately the same from the fence. The neighbor next door has again signed a letter of no objection at 128 Split Oak Drive. This is the neighbor close to the shed. In regard to the front yard variance, this property is considered to have 2 front yards as it backs up to Sugar Tom's Lane. The property is heavily shrubed, and there's a fence in between the properties, as the photos show. And we are also amending decision number 23-433. The project came out beautiful. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property, and the property is in excellent condition.
Anybody have any questions? No. Anyone in the audience? Okay. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Hearing is closed, and the decision will be mailed to you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Hearing holdover number 2, appeal number 25-73, John Spinato, 152 7th Street, Bethpage.
Tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of John Spinato at 152 7th Street, Bethpage, New York. We are requesting a variance to maintain an existing 14-foot by 8-foot shed, which is located in R16 zone and does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining a rear yard setback of 1.5 feet. The existing wood-burning fire pit does not have the minimum required front yard setback of 28.1 feet, maintaining a front yard setback of 7.5 feet. And the existing 6-foot-high vinyl fence exceeds the maximum permitted height of 4 feet along the front yard along Sherman Avenue, and exceeds the maximum permitted height of 2.5 feet within 30 feet of an intersection. As you can see in the photos that were submitted to the board, the fence does not impede any sight lines along 7th Street or Sherman Avenue. There is an existing driveway on the abutting property, which is approximately 8 feet to the east of the subject property. We are also requesting a variance for a widened driveway that does not have a minimum required side yard setback of 5 feet, maintaining a side yard setback of 3 feet. Right before you this evening could we file for proposed alterations, but the owner decided not to do them at that time, but we will be filing another application, and we'll be back before you for that as well. So we're just kind of cleaning up what was on the application to begin with. The property is well maintained. The existing fence is consistent with other corner lot properties and the character of this neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
I don't, no.
Any questions from the audience? Okay. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Okay. Motion?
Decision.
Decision of the board will be mailed to you. The hearing's closed.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, hearing holdover number 3, appeal number 25-147, Patricia and Robert O'Keefe at 36 Central Boulevard, Bethpage.
Hi, you're still under oath, okay? Just put your name and address, please.
Okay, good.
My name is Maria J. Miro from Maria J. Miro Design and Drafting, located at 1002 Merrick Avenue, North Merrick, New York, 11566. I am here this evening to represent Patricia and Robert O'Keefe. They are the homeowners of 36 Central Boulevard, Bethpage, New York, Section 46, Block 484, Lot 40. This property is located in an R1-7 zone. We are respectfully asking the board to grant us relief and allow an existing cellar entrance cellar entrance located within the side yard. The required side yard is 8 feet, and the provided side yard is 3.6 feet, 4.4 over the required side yard. The cellar entrance has been at the residence for 14 years. It was installed as a second means of egress leading out to the outside of the finished basement. Mrs. O'Keefe used to use it as her home office at one time. She still does. The basement was finished to accommodate a family room and a playroom for their granddaughter with a rec room, which also couples as the home study. Egress windows were installed in the recreation room to allow for the egress and to meet light and vent calculations. I just want to note that the existing residence is a one-story residence. It has an open concept on the first floor, with the exception of the bedrooms. The finished basement was necessary to increase the needs of the growing family. If you're familiar with the lots over here, they're huge. The lot goes all the way back. The side adjacent, the easterly property line, the side adjacent to where the outside entry is a flag lot. It was actually developed with two houses, front and back. And the house is still maintained as a one-family residence. There is no objections from the adjacent property owners. And again, that outside stair was constructed over 14 years ago. It basically fits with the general character of the neighborhood from the front. You can't see the side, the entrance to the basement.
What's in the basement now?
Right now, she has one huge playroom and a recreation room.
You've seen it?
There is a bathroom, yes,
You've seen it? Okay.
Two-piece or three-piece? Yeah.
three-piece.
Does
Three-piece.
anyone else have any questions?
Michael? What's in the basement?
It's a bar sink.
This is-
It's a bar sink.
Do you want to
Okay,
ask?
Sure. I see an ad for an apartment at that address.
I don't know anything about it.
There are two front doors, and it shows, I guess, the door that would be facing the west, that there is an
The
apartment.
west, I don't think, Patricia O'Keefe is here, she could,
Sure. Comes up, I'll
answer.
just have to swear you in. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Patricia O'Keefe, 36 Central Boulevard, Bethpage, New York, 11714.
Thank you.
Yes, I had an apartment for my father. My father died. This has been a whole mess for 6 years, okay? So I'm already representing myself for COs, final COs. Once I hopefully get this approved for the basement entrance, then they're going to issue me my final COs. I never got final COs on the house. Ed Poddick, I'm sure you know him. He's an old time, he passed away now, builder. But he did my house for me 20 years ago, but we never got the final COs.
But it's being advertised as an
No,
apartment.
no, it's not.
I see it, $1,800 a month, 36 Central Boulevard, available for rent.
Right, and that's why the town had got, it's not being rented. They've been there, John the
Okay, are you gonna get
inspector.
rid of that door? I mean, what is in there? What, do you have a second kitchen?
There's a rec
and-
room, bathroom,
There's a kitchen two kitchens on the first floor.
bar sink. No, John's been in here, but John has been in there. So they've come into my home, and if you look it up, I put in all the plans, permits. They won't issue any of that to me. They signed off on everything, plumber came in, they've been in the basement, so you'll be able to see that, for that.
So the concern we have, just so you understand, it's not personal to you, right?
I understand.
Is when we have basement entrances, our concern is that people rent them out as apartments.
Mhm.
Here we have a listing on an apartment rental site.
Right, that should have been from 6, 7 years ago. And basically, my father died then. My father died. My brothers, turned me in to make sure I don't rent it. And that's where I'm at. They've been in the house, nothing's there, bossings were put in, so that's not even the issue. What happened was, I'm a resident of Bethpage, I've been living here in Bethpage for 48 years. I've had 3 businesses there,
Yeah.
an Italian ice store, a real estate office, I'm a real estate appraiser, all on Broadway, and a mortgage company. So what happened was, after the subprime mortgage crisis, I held on a couple more years, and then I couldn't pay all the rent and stuff. So after 16 years of renting on the second floor of Broadway, I was forced to bring my office down there. I mean, there was concrete on the floor, you know, that's what I did. So now, I'm getting out of appraising, there's a conference table down there also, and like Marie said, the town has been into my home, so they have seen everything. And they've signed off on everything, but I couldn't get my final COs until I took care of this. The problem is, from 20 years ago, all the rules changed. My basement has 9-foot ceilings. So and then the egress windows, everything changed. So this has taken me years and probably another $40,000 to get to this point. So
When is the last time it was rented?
6 years ago, maybe.
And this ad has been running that long?
There's no ad, to my knowledge. There's
It's
no,
on apartments.com. It pulls up
Excuse
on it.
me?
It's on apartments.com.
unless my husband puts stuff up to fish for clients to call to, because he's in real estate. But no, there's no apartment. So,
Can you
What-
get to the basement from inside the
There's
house?
pictures of it, ma'am.
Yeah, but that's upstairs, that's not downstairs.
Oh,
That's
right, when-
one of the front doors.
maybe somebody took that. There's no, who put it all up? That's,
Can you get to-
I don't know.
Can you get to the basement from inside?
yes. The original, I mean, I hired a licensed contractor. My mistake was, I was desperate. I had to get it done. I had to move in my appraisers, and that's what I did. I already looked into, if I have to close up the outside entrance, it's gonna cost a lot of money. I've already been dealing with the town. So it's gonna cost about $12,000. If I don't get this approved now, which I don't really have the money to do that, that's why it's taken me all these years to do what I've been doing. They made me change, from Ed Paddock, they made me change the architectural plans again. You know, so it's just been snowballing. And I can't answer to my husband, he just had a stroke 2 hours ago. So I just came from the hospital, so I don't know what ad is out there. I do have brothers, unfortunately, that have been out there to get us for the past 6 years, but it's not.
Would you be willing for code enforcement to come and take a look?
They have, not code enforcement, John's been there.
Who's
The
John?
building
I don't know.
Who's the building inspector?
We have several. We don't need.
Oh,
names.
that's
We
the
just need-
plumber, the building inspector.
I don't know, there's several, that doesn't matter. When
don't know,
was
John.
somebody there?
You?
Last year, I guess they were here, they
Okay, but
all came in my
Would you be
home.
willing to have somebody come now?
I mean, if I have to, but sure. I'd like to know, Lisa, you're saying that there's an ad, wait,
There is, I mean, you want to,
I'm telling you, I'm not lying, so
oh, no,
this
I'm
is
not
what.
accusing you of lying, but it's,
But
I have to
I've
ask.
let
It's
them
right
all
there
in my
in
home,
black
and they
Is there a
see
phone- is there a
that,
phone number to call for this apartment?
It's house rental in Bethpage.
Yeah, that's a good.
I don't
is
make
there a
glasses
phone
on.
number?
You and mine. Same.
Yeah, when?
I don't recall.
1800.
I don't know.
Starting at 1800 doesn't make. Do you wanna, I don't know, do you need to?
I don't have the glasses, you gotta tell me when that is. That's, my father died January 16th of 2019.
Is there a phone number there to call, to rent the apartment?
No, there's no phone number, there's nothing. Anytime you've ever put down an apartment, it stays on there. So, where does it say?
No phone number.
Yeah, that's an old thing. But do you have copies of, I put in a permit, it has everything. Everything's down. They signed off on plumbing, they signed off, they came to everything. They actually were the ones that made me change a bar sink in the basement where my office was, so they've been there.
So just to be clear, when did you put these stairs in?
I'm gonna say 15 years ago, about?
And you put them in because your dad was
No, no. What she's looking at is not in the basement, it's off of my house. My father lived
in?
there.
We're talking about the cellar right now.
The cellar, yeah, the cellar.
Cellar entrance.
They've come in, the entrance was, I mean, I have pictures with
When did
my,
you put the cellar entrance in?
the cellar entrance, Al Ruggiero of Bethpage, he's a licensed contractor, he put it in
When?
about approximately 15 years ago
And why did you put the cellar entrance?
for my office, because after the subprime mortgage crisis, I couldn't afford to pay the rent, so I was forced to move into the basement. And that's where I had my office.
But then you started renting it, but you haven't done that in 6 years, is what you told us before, I want to be clear.
I've never rented the
I asked
basement.
you when was the last time it was rented, I believe you told us 6 years ago.
Correct. That's correct.
But it was on the same floor is what I think, I
Right.
think that's
Oh,
the
yes, yes, yes.
confusion.
I don't know if you have the floor plan there.
It was on the first floor.
Correct.
First floor.
Right.
Right.
But when the town came in last year, correct, that's correct. That's correct. They asked me to put bar sinks in, so I did. I took it out.
How is there two kitchens?
I want to just clarify, I think what you're telling me, and I don't want to
On the first floor.
misinterpret you, is what you said was rented was not the basement.
Correct.
The basement has never.
It was my father's area, it's like 600 square feet
On the first floor.
on the first floor.
Understood.
Yeah. So it would be really financially, there's no way for me to come up with the money to close off the basement, you know what I'm saying?
there a bar sink
The
in the
basement
basement, too?
entrance, and then
And on the first floor?
running along it.
Okay.
Running along the side
I'm-
of my
So
house.
there's two front door, two entrances to the main floor that has a kitchen area with a bar sink, and there's another bar sink in the basement with a kitchen area
I
and
was-
full bath.
I'm
and
going
an
to
outside
ask
entrance.
code compliance to go down, put this on reserve, have
The
code
town has
compli-
been here and done that.
Yes,
They
you said a
asked me
year
to
ago.
do
I
that.
want them to come and look now, and then we'll vote on it the next meeting.
Okay.
We get vote there. You don't have to come back, yeah.
Okay.
I just want them to come, so.
I was at her house yesterday for another meeting on a different matter, so you walk into the double doors and it's open, it's.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm
We
just
wanna
saying,
have
it took me years
We
to
just
get
have
to that
yeah.
point, and I did everything
So we're
that
gonna
the
try and
town
get this done
required
as
of
quickly
me.
as possible for you.
Okay,
So
so
we'll have them
what
come.
is it, I think I do have a woman that's been calling me for code enforcement. She's like, oh, this is taking too long, and like, I'm doing whatever the town is asking me to do.
We adjourned it because she wanted to be here
Yeah.
for the
Okay.
meeting, the last meeting, but,
We'll have that done.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Correspondence,
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
motion?
Oh, I do have a question. What,
We're gonna put it on reserve.
they're gonna,
Yeah,
I
I'm
have a code enforcement, a woman that
I'm gonna
I
get in
deal
touch
with.
with you,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna talk to them in code, and Mr. Esposito will assign a code enforcement officer to come.
Okay.
And make an appointment with you.
Okay, and what is it that you're
They just wanna
questioning?
look
They
through.
wanna look downstairs.
That's fine.
There's no kitchen
Absolutely.
down there.
No, there's not.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. 'cause they've
Thank
been
you, and
there.
good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Okay, I
you.
guess we can take a break.
Take a break.
What else?
We'll come back to vote.
Tonight, Okay. Okay, everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, hearing one, Holly, what do you want me to do? Read the hearing, the appeal number, and the name?
You don't have to do the name, just the,
Hearing and a
Yeah,
name,
that's it,
okay. Hearing, one, Simon Middleton, that's 71 Ohio Avenue, Massapequa. I saw no problem with that one, so I'm gonna vote yes. I'll move it. Does anyone want to second it?
I'll second.
Kathy said second first. Okay,
All in favor?
okay.
Aye, right?
I,
Hearing two, which is being held with three, 581 Hicksville Road LLC. I'm gonna vote against it. I'm
So
gonna
here's,
move to
here's
deny
my
it.
position on that, right? First of all, it's a self-created hardship,
Yes.
contrary to what anyone's saying. It doesn't fit within the character of the neighborhood. We heard from multiple neighbors
Mhm.
describing how their lots are bigger. Yes, there's some lots this size. It obviously is gonna impact the neighborhood problematically because of parking issues. This is a significant problem considering the fact that one of the homes is gonna directly front Hicksville Road where they cannot park a single vehicle. Contrary to what they're saying, pushing any guests or any overflow onto Chicago Avenue, which the neighbors told us is quite problematic to begin with. We all should take account to the fact that a reasonable return can be made upon this investment, right? Which they told us the houses are going for 900,000 to 1.2 million for a single home. So I think based on the hardship being created by the applicant, altering the character of the neighborhood, and a reasonable return can be made without this variance, I'm gonna vote.
Could you second it, please? Thank you.
Getting ingress on Hicksville
Thank you.
Road.
Okay,
This would be another driveway.
shall I take a vote? I'm moving to deny. Brian is second. Anybody that's
Denied.
deny?
deny.
Deny, okay. So hearing two, Holly, that's 581 Hicksville Road. Hearing three, 581 Hicksville Road has been denied.
By the way, I'm not denying it based simply on the reasonable rate of return. I just think that it's.
No, I agree.
profit margin.
The,
Agreed.
it is a parking and traffic hazard. That is a
That's fine.
very
That's fine.
congested area, and you can hardly get down. I know Chicago Avenue, you can hardly get down that street. So, okay,
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
okay. Hearing four, Appeal 25301. Anyone want to move it, or?
I'll move it. Call
Okay.
it B, so it's-
Okay,
So-
Flo and.
Flo?
Flow,
I think they agreed to take out the circular.
The driveway.
Yeah, they take
Yeah,
it,
they're
yes,
withdrawing.
remove F.
Yep.
I'll second.
Okay, Kathy, okay. Okay,
Flow.
okay. Hearing five, Asha Baga at, Maywood Drive in Seaford. I'm okay?
I'm okay, I'll pass
Okay,
it.
okay.
I'll second.
Kathy and Lisa?
Oh, can you hold on a second? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My computer froze. Just give me a
It's
second.
okay.
Are you back on?
No, give me 1 second.
Take your time.
So you're on five, right?
We're on five now.
Yes.
yeah.
No, we just did four, we still have the driveway.
Oh, yeah.
That's correct.
Those two were together.
Yeah, we haven't been this long in a while.
Yeah.
It just was grueling like the key,
The first one went on.
it was a lot. Cooking cases.
We had a lot with parking in that whole estate.
Well, it is, it's an issue. It's all over.
Okay, thank you.
You finished, you got it, Howie?
Yes.
Okay, and you have five, which is moved by Kathy and seconded by Lisa.
Kathy and Lisa.
That's number five.
Is number five. I'm gonna
No.
hold that for updated licenses. but
Okay.
That's my
We'll put
problem,
that
not
down,
yours.
Okay, Okay, number six,
Is that-
I'll move that, I have no problem with that. Somebody want to second it?
But I think,
Okay.
didn't we put a condition on that? He's gonna eliminate the,
On the second one?
oh,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
think we had a
Number
condition on
six.
I
it.
don't think we did.
I went
Not
out
on
of order.
six.
I
Just
apologize.
said that it was existing, the driveway instead of
Right, it was
proposed.
existing, not proposed.
Right, got it, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Brian, did you want to second that, or did
Yeah.
you? Oh, you did, okay.
That was Flo, right?
Oh, Flo seconded it?
Yeah,
I'm
Flo
sorry.
seconded it. It's
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry, no.
Yep, that was
sorry,
Lois and
yeah.
Flo.
Okay,
And Holly's gonna put
Number 6.
okay. 7, Ralph Garone. Anyone want to move it? If not, I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Yeah, there are no sightline issues.
Yeah, no, there's, no, not on that one, okay.
Lois and Flo?
Lois and Flo.
Okay.
8, Jason Fleischman.
Everybody understand him?
This was the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I'll
the
move
fire
that.
one. That's a, yeah, that's a hardship.
I'll move that.
I'll second.
Who will move it?
Brian.
Brian, okay.
Brian and Lisa.
Brian and Lisa.
Okay, very good.
Okay. 9,
You have on reserve.
that's on reserve.
Yeah,
right?
they
So
want
they
all
can
these
come back.
different
That's the
things.
one- Yes.
Scale down, sell entrance
I
filled
hope we
in,
didn't
lower the
make too
height.
much work for you.
This one is, yeah,
Yeah,
this
but
one's,
there's a lot. We
they got a
wanted
lot to
cut
do.
down. Hearing 10, Shaman Kohindor at East Avenue in Hicksville.
Yeah, I'm okay
I didn't
with
see
that.
You
it.
okay?
I'll
We'll move
second.
it, Flo and Lisa, okay.
Who was that, Flo and Lisa?
Yeah.
Flo and Lisa. Shiranjit Singh.
Wheelchair ramp, I'll
That's,
move it.
yeah, yeah, definitely, I'll second
Hearing
that.
number 11,
Okay.
Is that,
I'll second that, that's Brian moving it, and I'll second that.
Brian and Lois, okay.
Okay. Hearing 12, Milin Song. That's de minimis, I'll move that.
I'll second.
And Lisa will second, okay. Okay, the next one, 13 and 14, Jacqueline Vasquez Pinheiro, being
gonna
both
move-
together. You're gonna
Yeah.
move that,
Six,
Flo?
wait a minute, it was
So they're
6
gonna with-
bedrooms.
they're gonna
Three and a half
withdraw
beds. He was
B.
gonna
They're
remove
gonna
the
withdraw B,
basement
right.
From the, he was gonna remove the
He's just withdrawing
bedroom
it.
from the basement.
Right, so,
No, he's gonna withdraw B,
No,
yeah.
just
On the
withdraw
second
B.
sheet, on 14, he's gonna withdraw B.
13 and 14
This was the
together?
3 bedrooms upstairs.
Yeah.
So B, he's gonna withdraw B, so he can only have 2
Two bedrooms
bedrooms
upstairs.
upstairs.
If he withdraws it, it's an automatic 2, he can't have more, so that's what we
Yeah.
do. Yeah, okay.
There was no
Who
bedroom in
wants
the
to
basement in
move
this
it?
one.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
bas-
it's gonna move it.
Who's gonna
I'll
move it?
second.
Lisa, you gonna move it?
Yeah, I'll
No.
move it.
No.
Who
Flo, no, I was looking at something.
I'll move it.
You'll move it? Okay.
So who is
Flo
it?
will move it, and Lisa will second.
Flo and Lisa, on both,
On both, yeah.
with B withdrawn on hearing
Right.
number 14.
Right.
Okay, 15, Donna Mulligan. That looks okay to me.
I'll move it.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Okay, you'll second it? Okay.
Sure.
You're second.
Okay.
Who is that? I'm sorry.
Kathy and Brian.
Thank you.
16.
Next one is 16, KK Woodbury Commons, 2467 LLC.
I'll move this one.
Okay, Kathy will move it,
I'll
I'll second that, okay. Next one is postponed. 18, Nicholas Blaine.
So this
I'll
house has
move
been
it.
sold.
Who said they'll move it?
Me.
Flo, okay.
I'll second it.
Kathy. Okay.
Kathy.
All in favor? Hearing number 19, Honey Palace.
I'll move it.
This.
Okay, Kathy.
I'll second.
And Brian will second,
Yeah.
okay. All in favor?
Yep.
20, Jason Hughes.
The two
Ah,
sheds.
That's the 2 sheds.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, I'll move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second, all in favor? Okay, next 2 are postponed. We're now at holdover 2, John Spinato.
I'll move this one.
Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody want a second?
I will.
Kathy? Hearing number 3 is,
On
we have that on
reserve.
reserve.
On reserve.
Yes,
For
I'm
code
gonna send
compliance.
codes.
Okay, we have extensions of time, I'll move that, somebody wants to second, because I believe
23,305.
everybody deserves an extension of time because of the economy, who wants the second?
I'll second.
Kathy?
Kathy, okay. 23,305, and that brings us to reserve.
Okay, let's go through
Okay, so the first reserve is 25-106, Mariam Nawabi at 160 Robbins Lane in Syosset. The board asked her to scale it down. The old, let's see, Flo and was out on this one, and so was Rita and Rebecca, excuse me, and so was Rebecca and Rita not here tonight. So what is required, what they're allowed to have as far as the gross floor area is 3949. Their first proposal was at 5621. You, the board, asked them to scale it down. They did not change anything in the main part of the house. What they did was, in the basement, they took a small section of the basement and they lowered the height of the ceiling in that very small section. The rest of the basement remains at the higher, above 7 foot, so that it's all counted in the GFA. They took one little section, they lowered it to 611, so that that little spot wouldn't count, and reduced it by 300 square feet.
Which is a very small reduction. This was a big development, and we asked them to scale it down. In good faith, we expected a lot more, and they didn't comply. So I'm going to vote against it. I'm going to vote to deny.
I'm going to vote to deny. This is a hardship created by the applicant. It's 7 bedrooms, which is outside the character of the neighborhood, and I'll deny it on those basis.
So it's,
So we'll
So
take
who's
a
moving that?
vote. We'll-
Lois?
I'll move it. Brian seconded it, and then we'll just poll the board to
Yes, please.
denial.
Flo is absent, he doesn't
Oh, you can't,
vote.
right, you can't. Kathy?
no.
Denied.
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 Denied, okay.
Very good. Okay,
Unanimous denial. Okay.
thank you. The second one is 25-196 Alice Ding at 49 Vassar Lane, Hicksville. They were, a second front door that you noticed, we wanted to make sure.
Right.
The second front door does have a CO. It was, that's
does.
how the house was built. That seemed to be the only problem that you had. You wanted it questioned. We went to the CO room, and it has a CO.
That's
So,
fine, so
okay.
let's vote. Anyone want to move it?
Lisa was absent for this one.
I'll move it.
Kathy will move it. You second? Okay.
Flo, okay?
Vote, and I vote yes. And
Okay.
Brian?
Yeah.
You okay with
And
it?
Lisa was absent.
Okay.
Okay, great.
And the last one?
The last one is Appeal 25-121 Mahood Maradi at 30 Donna Lane in Syosset. You wanted an egress window added, and they did so.
Okay, that's fine. I'll move that.
I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Okay, great.
that's a wrap.
That's it. Thank you very much, everybody.
So I got a question.
Yes.
On hearing number 18, right, they gave you a neighbor's letter.
Yes.
This guy's name Fiorillo?
Thanks for correcting. Yep. No, I took it off. Was that? Yeah, no, yeah.
This house has been sold and there's money held in escrow.
The other stuff is
On 18, house has been sold.
Oh, this 18, today's?
Isn't that the one?
I don't know. I guess so.
Flo, were you questioning 18?
Oh, no, that's why I responded to it.
Because
No, he
Schumacher
brought
said
forward-
that the house has been sold and money's been held in escrow.
LRRO is the name of the sign. The neighbor right next to it. But I didn't have any other correspondence.
Just think betterment of the neighbors. Yes, that's what he said. Yeah, I'll make that.